Lost in the chaos, no grip, no feel. Pete shouting orders, Sam still checked out. It's a miracle, anything gets it out. Backfire is all it is. Broadcast the circus keeps sinking his. What we need can stop us in lanes. Nobody knows who's steering this craze.
No. No, we don't have any sound. I mean, I'll do the intro. Hello, everybody. Welcome to another week, week 3 of the Bathurst V8 tonight. We're going to see a lightning quick race around this track. It's a track that is treacherous. It's a track that is tense. And it is a track that is fierce and punishing. So we are looking forward to week 3 of this V8 SimAbility Cup. It's been a while since I've been in the booth, so sorry if I'm a little bit rusty with doing all the things. We got Pete on camera, so I hope his mic is now currently working.
Yeah,
Pete?
I think it is. I'm just going to test it on the... Yeah, I can hear myself now. Sorry, everybody, you can hear my voice. But yes.
I'm a bit loud on the stream, by the way.
You are?
I am loud.
You're
yes.
loud?
I can turn it...
Right.
Yeah, wait, I'll turn it down.
It's all right, I'll turn you down. There we go. A little bit of downage for you. Right, okay, cool. But yeah, Bathurst, back here again. Endurance race V8s. It's like a hand in a velvet glove. What else can we say?
Something else? Okay, so, sorry.
Yeah, okay. And we'll draw it there because it's not beyond the watershed. Right, okay. Let's have a look at some races. We've got 18 of them. Because, you know, why not? That's why we turn up, isn't it? This track, massively iconic for V8s. We've said it 1,000 times. We're in season 19 of this series. Been going for about 8 or 9 years now. I'll have to find out when our 10th birthday is. And do something, you know, a bit more celebratory for it. But we'll work that out another day. Let's have a look at the standings as they are. Currently, quickly, before everything kicks off fully. So the pro standings, we have 7 drivers in this, a couple of them yet to race. And Kenzie is out on top, no surprises there. He's the current reigning champion as well, but he's only 3 points ahead of Brandon Hawkin. Eric Blixt only 22 points behind, and Simon Trendle only 25 points behind. At the moment, Wobbly, it's the top 4 in with a shout, with Bob Woodhouse playing Observer at the moment.
Yeah, man. I've not been in the standings quite. Well, let me rephrase that. I've not been quite up to speed to who's doing a good job this season yet. So excuse me if I'm gonna say stupid shit. I can't say shit, but I did say shit.
Yeah, you can. It's fine.
So going to the practice speed, we were actually discussing this before the broadcast went live. We were looking at the timing tower, and we saw Tony Klisterman on top for quite a long time. And then at the bare end of the session, he got nicked by Brandon Hawking and Eric Blix.
Yeah.
And it with about a second, so that's quite a large margin. But looking at those times that Tony did, he was still in front of Simon Trendle, who was actually on track while he did the laps. So either Tony put in a banger, or everybody else was sandbagging. What do you think?
I think Tony's naturally quick here anyway, but I think the others were either late to the session, or were sandbagging, like you say. We're now in qualifying, so pro standings. They're going to be quite tight all season unless Kenzie disappears off into the distance like he's done in previous seasons. Vit is currently the leader of the BSTV Cup because we've got 2 classes of car. These are the ones with the black banners. The pros are the ones with the blue banners. Jamie Wilson in second place by only 39 points, and then Vincent Skilbeck on 60. That's your top 3. Ant Woodward in the top 5 there, 76 points behind the leader, and Jeff Saunders 81 points behind the leader. So that is also quite tight at the top. That is only after 2 race weeks, of course. We need to remember that. A few drivers yet to race, and I kind of thought we'd get Tyler tonight, but he must have cult things to do in the forest or something, you know. Probably, yeah. I mean, he's always there. Team standings. Team Chimera out on top here. The mighty Simon Trendle and Jamie Wilson duo keeping it clear of Alcantech NHR by Nyman Racing at the moment by 42 points. But they are quite a team. They are the team champions, Alcantech, from last season. Never quit racing. Only one team now, which is why you see NQR Europe and NQR North America at the bottom with no points scored, because those 2 teams I need to delete, actually. They're just driving the one team this season. They're in 3rd place, and they're not far behind the lead either. And then there's a bit of a big jump, actually, to JC Academy, Hydro Race Racing Forces, and Movano Corsa, which is just Brandon on his own. In fact, Hydro Race Racing Forces is just Kenzie on his own. Driver of the meeting at the moment is quite a lean affair. Who did you vote for last week? Or a fortnight ago?
Me? I didn't vote.
Oh, no, it was Sam, wasn't it?
I've been away for 3.5, 4 months. I was just telling you that I didn't do broadcast in the last 5 months.
Stupid. Don't know what we're going. I can't remember now. I'm gonna have to get that one back on track. And then Safe Driver Award. Jeff Saunders, as ever is the case, or seems to be the case, on top here with 2. But he's actually matched by the mighty Simon Trendle. Absolutely, in terms of number of turns and incidents, and therefore his incidents per turn. And then we've got Brandon Hawking just behind. With a whole bunch of people on the same score as he. So all the way down to Vit Solomon in 7th, who had a good time out last time, very successful. The Fred Bingham Forever Forward Award is currently in the hands of Kenzie, and that rounds up all of our championships. So let's go and look at some cars from like miles and miles in the sky, and let's see what Simon Trendle's doing currently. And we are in qualifying. We're about halfway through. We will run a lap, probably with Simon, seeing as I'm on his car and we're coming down Conrod at the minute and into the chase, which means we're going to be picking up the start of the next lap. So I'm going to keep talking for a little while, probably, while you grab a drink or something. Unless you want to do a lap.
I can do the lap, but I do want to give one shout out, and that is a happy birthday to Tony Klisterman.
Oh, is it his birthday? Happy 100th.
It's his birthday.
Happy 100th. Is his what?
101st. So we'll go back to that later. Starting the lap here was Simon Trendle, going on straight to the end of the first corner, tried to brake super late and get it into the little bit of the left-hander. There's a little bit of camber there. It's a slide coming out there, almost a power slide. I don't think that is the quickest way. And he bailed it. So I'm just going to keep talking. He goes on the grass, goes to the left, goes to the right. And he didn't do anything.
Who's that? Is that Brandon starting a lap? Yeah.
No, it's not the lap. Starting to brake slightly behind the 100-meter sign. Again, getting that camber and also sliding it a little bit, but it looks more controlled on the exit, where you want to wash out as far as you can. You can grind that curb a little bit with the rear of your car, which pushes you forward and in a straighter line, just a little bit easier. going up the hill of the crest. I can't remember the corner name. Is Forest Elbow? No, it's not Forest Elbow.
Quarry.
Quarry. Again, he's turning left, by the way, while the turn was going right. There's a camber in it. And now the blind-sided corner. This one is the worst of ever. You want to get your left tire on the inside of that white line. Then you go up again, have that little bump, eat that up, go all the way to the left where you leave the smallest of margins next to the wall. Again, he's turning towards the other side of the corner. I don't understand why he's doing that, because the corner's going left and he's turning right. We're going back to the one of the quickest ones, and this turn-in is so important. Get your car on the outside of the curb, get it to the inside, and ever so slightly get closer to that wall. Going downhill, control your braking, and there's a lot of different techniques going on here. You can either go full brake, or either you just leave it rolling and try to slow the car down with the steering. Going through Forest Elbow, because I know this corner, completely blind corner. There is a way, there's actually a tutorial coming up there's a tutorial on YouTube when to turn the car, and there's a big sign there, and if you miss the sign gets under the hood, then you turn the car to the left. It looked like Brandon had a really good exit coming up on that straight, had ever so slightly at the toe of a car he just passed, which was probably on an outlap. Last big braking zone, 150 meters. Slightly after that, you start hitting the brake, and it's so hard to control the car coming on that curve. There's a little bit of off-camber, so you get turned to the left, but you want to go to the right. Last corner, ever so slightly again on that inside where the camber is. As he's turning right and had a good exit, and it looks like he had a really good lap, but I haven't seen the time pop on, so I think he didn't improve on himself.
Got an exceptional lap there. He's got 2 purple sectors in Sector 1 and Sector 6. He did look really fast going through Murray's, which is the final corner. A lot of people, even the best drivers, get that one wrong. Let's have a look and see where Eric Blixt is. So he did a 205.59 and versus a 206.17, which is Simon Trendle's best effort so far. What I did find interesting, Wobbly, was what you were saying about you can either go through this on your brake or just go with the flow and just follow the car around. And he was following the car around, if you know what I mean. There was no brake involved with going through the tight and twisty S's all the way down to Forest Elbow.
Obviously you're braking a little bit. But if you just compare 2 lines to each other, there's one way to do it, and it's just keep the brake pressure at 30% the whole time, increase it slightly or play with it a little bit. But there's also the one where you're dabbing it the whole time, so you're just dabbing the brake slightly harder, releasing it, and then dabbing it again. And I think it looked like he was doing that. It was very controlled, and nevertheless, it was which technique, whatever he used, it was massively quick.
Yeah, it was. It was exceptional, actually. Good evening to Sir Alan on the chat. Hair-raising stuff, he says. Absolutely. It is V8s after all. We're in for a bit of a treat tonight, actually, because these guys are so good at this track. I think we're going to see some real close racing. We've got 90 minutes for you as well, folks, and they've got limited fuel at 55%, so I've been a bit cruel with them. They should be pitting on a schedule, which means fuel saving might not be required, which kind of takes some of the sting out of it for Simon Trendle, and he's going to have to use full speed. But look at where he is in the standings. He's clearly got the speed, hasn't he?
Yeah, you mentioned not necessarily need to fuel save. That doesn't exclude from the fact that they're probably going to fuel save anyway. Because just using less fuel, obviously,
shortens your pit stop.
Pit stop and gives you that slight advantage, whatever the advantage might be. But then again, we saw people in the past where they did a short stint in the beginning and a longer stint at the end. The previous race I covered on the V8, then was also my last one, was on Bathurst as well. So, and I remember, I kind of want to say Jamie, but it probably wasn't Jamie. Did a short stop in the beginning and had a splash and dash at the end, I think, or something like that. What did he do? He one stopped. I remember there was someone who one stopped, but came in a lot earlier than the rest. So his second stint was slower, but his first stint was massively quick because they had no fuel in it whatsoever.
Right. Okay. That sounds very dynamic. I am just fighting at the moment to try and get Gregorio. He's a new racer with us. I was going to talk about him, but I want to get his paint on his car first. And I've been an uber dumbass, and as we've gone checkered, there we go. Hopefully I have just reset everybody's paints. I'll just check that we've got paints on other cars. Yes, we do. We've got a new driver, Gregorio Perez Sesma. He's not got a team. I'm sure someone will snap him up by the end of the season, because he seems quite rapid. He's nearly as fast as Vincent. So some good talent still being attracted to this series, Wobbly. And sorry, as this is not a heat race, these racers will be able to complete their laps.
Yeah, so I don't have a clue how quick Gregorio is, but it's always good to see fresh blood on the track and mingle themselves between an existing league where a certain order has been established. It's always a little bit of small tightrope where you jump on. You want to learn the other drivers, but then again, you don't want to give in too much. So it's always exciting to see new people turning up.
Too right. What's your I rating at the minute?
6,700 or something.
Okay. So you'd probably be in pro. His as a new racer with us is 4,300, and we know that that's not always reflective of actual performance in private leagues. Some drivers never raced in officials, so they end up with a 2,000 I rating, but they're actually a 5,000 racer. So let's wait for the session to kick over into the race session. Don't forget, 90 minutes, 1 fast repair, 55% fuel. You do a drive-through every 15 incidents. Once your fast repair is done, if you then subsequently damage the car, or you use your fast repair because there's flies on the windscreen or whatever, then it is lost and you will have to sit for the full repair time. That's just part of the punishment. So yes, it's going to be quite a dramatic race once we get kicked in. How long's the lap? 2 minutes and 5, so it should be tripping over around about now. Don't forget, we've got TCRs this coming Wednesday. Although if I can, it's Road America, and it's for a sprint feature round.
Great race, great racing track.
Oh yeah, absolutely fantastic. Some of the TCRs don't like it too much, based on the fact that it's quite a long lap.
They are wrong.
Yeah, they are wrong. But it's always a great spectacle from a broadcast perspective and a racing perspective. So don't forget to tune in for that this coming Wednesday. The Nürburgring triple sprint or super sprint was excellent. Which is good.
Right. The Nürburgring is a completely different track compared to Road America, obviously.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
It does give good racing a chance, because I was in a practice where I was side by side with Jamie the whole lap.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Cool. And we'll hopefully see you racing again at some point. Obviously not next week. Right, I'll run us through the grid. I've extended grid into 2 minutes. Brandon Hawkin will lead us away for Movano Corsa. Kenzie Newhoff will be on the front row next to him for Hydro Race Racing Forces. Michael Hafliderson, or Haffy, will go off third for Alcantech and HR by Nyman Racing. Simon Trendle will go off fourth for Team Chimera. Fifth will be Eric Blixt for Alcantech and HR by Nyman Racing. Tony Clifton will go off 6th for Never Quit Racing. Stephen Phillips will go off 7th for Dash Own Racing. Tony is quick, isn't he? He's topped the BSTV Cup. Bob Woodhouse will start behind Tony in 8th for Never Quit Racing. Vit Solomon will go off 9th. 10th will be Daniel Solo for Alcantech NHR by Nyman Racing. And Woodward will go off 11th for Never Quit Racing. And Vince Skilbeck will go off 12th for Skilby Racing. Let me move this forward. 13th will be Gregorio Perez. Let me get his full name in. Sesma. And he's a privateer. Jamie Wilson, 14th for Team Chimera. Lars Erik Frydenlund will go off in 15th. 16th will be Richard Lawrence. 17th will be Jeff Saunders for JC Academy. And 18th will be Josh Taylor, also for JC Academy. We are currently waiting for the whole of the front of the grid.
Yeah, you see that happen quite often. As someone who is at the front of the grid as well. I mean, every minor thing that gives you an advantage in the first lap you take. So I usually just grid at like 10 seconds just to get that extra degree of temperature in the tires.
Yeah. We've got Gregorio showing in the BSTV Council colours at the moment. I think that's right for the website. I'm not sure anymore. I'll check it later. As we look to wait for the lights to come on. That's everybody on the grid. It's quite a good spectacle. 18 cars on the grid. We have had bigger fields, but we get some of the best racing with fields like this, and we are go at Bathurst.
A really good start there from Brandon Hawking, getting away from his position, but also a little bit slight second phase all-wheel spin there for Simon Trendle, going on the outside, already fighting with Michael Harley-Davidson, getting it sorted out though. They get back in and tuck in, and all the way back we see two cars still side by side, but it seems to be one of the cleanest starts I've seen in ages from the V8.
Yeah.
You see some defensive move there. I think that's Daniel Solo. He's now getting past. Is that Solomon? I think it's Solomon in the council plane in front of him.
Yeah, it's Bit. Yeah.
Yeah. Spit. He was very defensive. He went a little bit wide there. They're going uphill, and now the tight and twisty bits, they turn up. Are the drivers willing to risk the race, a long race, by going side by side uphill? They are actually. This is a very, very long 90-minute race, and they still are fighting it out, but they sorted themselves out, and they're now tucking back in, and I think that a lot of people are racing with their heads instead of their hearts here.
Yeah, absolutely. It's amazing listening to the roar of these monster cars. Unbelievable horsepower, no driving aids whatsoever, no ABS, no traction control, just the warm squishy thing behind the wheel, the source of all the failures, and the car itself.
No ABS.
No ABS, no traction, no.
Oh, I love no ABS. I'm looking forward to TCRs.
Yeah, it's gonna be great. It's gonna be great. Look at that. Jamie, was that Jamie? Yeah, Jamie Wilson in Vincent's toe. Vincent's gone defensive.
Jamie's all under the rear of the car of Vincent, and now they're going side by side. But this small kink is quite treacherous going side by side because you get washed out a little bit. It's a hard braking zone, but Vincent is not giving this one up yet. It seems that Jamie had a small slide there, ever so slightly, but on the exit, Vincent had as well, and it looks like he got it covered. There's a cover. I think that he's serving a slowdown and went off track slightly now. Instantly, Jamie on the inside.
What's Daniel doing there?
I think that he had a slowdown coming out of the corner, because there's a slowdown. If you hit the gravel, you go over the grass a little bit, then you hit the slowdown. None of it. Jamie's having none of it, and is trying to push through. They're still going side by side up this long straight where Daniel has the outside.
No, don't do that.
And Jamie
Oh
is
my
trying to
God.
murder him. Like he always does.
Oh my goodness. Where's my blood pressure pills again? I need them again. I thought Jamie was going to get almost, well, 2 positions in 3 turns, but not to be.
It was very opportunistic driving there from Jamie. He saw the opportunity on Daniel, who had to slow down, and instantly went for it. And you wouldn't expect anything else from any other racer, especially not Jamie. He's a pain to have behind you.
Yeah.
I know. I mean, he's been on and off quick in the TCRs. Like some races, he was massively quick. In other races, he was a little bit off the pace. But the races where he was quick, you definitely realize that he has a lot of respectful intuition, but also a lot of respectful, smart driving. He's a very smart driver to drive against.
Yeah, absolutely. You would think that this group were in a sprint race, the way that they're going at it, but I can assure you it is a 90-minute endurance race. Let's move further forward to some of the more elite racers, we'll call them. Simon Trendle chasing Michael Harley-Davidson down Conrod at the minute. Massive amounts of draft, probably for Simon, and not for Michael, because the draft has been broken ahead of him. He's 2 seconds back from Kenzie. Kenzie and Brandon have gone.
Yeah, Kenzie and Brandon, they seem to have settled down already in a certain pace where they're comfortable with. I still assume that Brandon, as will Kenzie, be saving some fuel here and there. And I've been keeping an eye out on the timing tower and to see where they are gaining time. And it seems that, especially in the braking zones, is where they accelerate away from the rest of the groups.
Yeah,
drivers.
Battling right at the back of the field here with the 2 JC Academy drivers and Lars Erik Frydenlund. Oh, no, 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 no.
No,
Daniel
like
Solo.
He's been a little bit rowdy there. What?
Yeah.
Was it all on himself, or was it?
I'm just going to go and find it. It starts.
Jamie putting a nose in.
Oh, there's a lot going on here, actually. This is his first slowdown. Where's he picked this up? Oh, he's been hot into the chase. Ooh, right, okay. So that's where he got his slowdown, right?
That's what I meant. So it's a slowdown right there.
Ooh.
Which is ridiculous, by the way, because like I mean.
I know you're already off track.
You're already off track and slow down.
Yeah.
Whoa.
So we're gonna watch this until the next corner. So he went in 2x2 with Jamie.
No, but
oh, this is the previous
this is what
lap.
we saw. Yeah. This
Right.
is what we saw where they hit.
So it must be this one then. Sorry, there's loads of them at the minute. Right, so he's gone in hot into hell corner, like really hot.
Yeah.
Oh, inside left, locked right up. Okay.
As hot as England was 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, really was, honestly. Why does my battle box disappear every time I go for a replay? Right, let's go and have a look at what's going on here. So we're up at the pointy end. This is the battle for third, and it's 5 cars deep according to the battle box. Simon having a long stare at Michael Harley-Davidson. He might pop out here because he's close enough to do it, I think. A bit wriggly going in and defensive from Michael.
Michael's like on the middle of the line. He's not being overly aggressive with the defending, but he's making sure that he's giving the signal to Simon, like, I am prepared to fight for this position.
Yeah, absolutely. And you need that level of communication between races, otherwise it becomes a situation where it's misinterpreted and then you get crashes. So it's good that it's made that obvious, as it were. Now,
yeah, I think the most incidents happen, well, not the most, but a big part of the incidents are miscommunication between drivers. One is thinking either I'm going for the inside, the other one is thinking, oh, there's no room there, and just not being defensive enough, and the other one is not being aggressive enough and not pulling the trigger on the move he's trying to make, and that's where the danger pops in.
Yeah, definitely. And do you think that Simon's going to pull the trigger here, or do you think he's going to do the fuel save from this point? Because he's got a good toe. Michael is a very capable racer, and it seems like the 2 at the front are not bothering to fuel save whatsoever, as Daniel Solo tries to recover his positions. And that is Richard Lawrence right in front of him there.
There's a very fine balance between if you want to fuel save or not on an endurance race. If you feel like you have the pace and without fuel saving you're going to be like 2 or 3 tenths per lap quicker than the other cars, then it's not useful to save. But being in a position as Simon is, he seems to have a little bit more in the tank compared, at least in the current status quo, compared to Michael Harley-Davidson. Yeah, so I think that if Simon smells the smallest opportunity possible... Vincent! Okay, well, at least...
Oh,
go there. Okay, I wanted to say at least he still got his front bumper.
So that hasn't come up with an incident on SDK at all. None of that.
It's probably a zero contact.
It's just pure... Oh. What? Right, here's one for your copybook. According to this is an off-track for Kenzie.
It looked like Kenzie lost a lot of time.
Oh,
but
is that it?
One?
That is rare, but is that it? Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
It did cost him 0.8 of a second, though.
Yeah, true. Right, that's Daniel Solo through on Richard Lawrence. I do like Richard's paint job. It's quite standout. I like that.
I think that Daniel Solo is now in a position where he's quicker than the drivers around him because he made a mistake.
Yes.
He's now trying to recover. It is one of the toughest positions to be in as a driver. You end up in a situation which you cost yourself, and now you have to either rage quit, which he didn't, which is good, But you have to deal with it the full 90 minutes, and you're now just setting new goals in your head.
Yeah, and you've not got to overdrive the car again. It's tempting, isn't it? And it's easy to do because you think, well, I've got to cut down the time now. I've got to get back to my start position, and you end up, well, driving a bit like a dick in order to get there, and you just end up in more crashes, don't you?
Yeah, keeping your head in the game is, I think that's the best phrase to describe it. Stay tuned in. Get rid of the irritation. There's the first 2 laps after something happens like that, you're probably a little bit wobbly around every corner. You're missing your brake markers. The focus is not there. But once you find your groove again, and especially on a track like Bathurst, where you are able to get in that kind of groove because you're so focused on that tunnel vision with all the walls slipping past you, I think that this is actually one of the better tracks to be in that situation, and because it's such a tunnel vision where you're going through, and it definitely helps getting you back in that right mindset. Just for reference, you mentioned that Gregorio Perez has 4,323 I rating.
Yes.
Very specific.
He's on your screen at the minute.
Yeah. Just to give you an indication of the top 5.
Go on.
The top 5. Brendan Harkin has 8,469.
Damn.
Nice. Kenzie has 7,252.
Oh my god.
Michael Harley-Davidson has 6,847. Then you got Simon Trendle, 6,737. And Eric Blix, actually, I just checked. I have 6,499. So
Wow.
even I would barely be in that top 5.
That's crazy.
Eric Blix has 6,485. So just to give you an indication of how quick the drives at the front are, and still the level that at least the points that Brendan and Kenzie are putting it down, they are capping them currently, and they are about 2 or 3 tenths quicker every lap currently than the guys behind them. And
Wow.
It's alien territory currently.
That is mental. Having that kind of I rating. I mean, you've got to sustain that for a long time as well, haven't you, in officials?
It's hard.
Yeah.
I mean, I know from experience, if you just mess up once, especially because the V8s, just like the TCRs, it's a little bit more niche. So you get fields of maybe 10 cars, maybe 15 cars sometimes. And then you have one guy that's probably 4,000, and the other guy is about 6, 7. That's probably you. So if you mess up, or whatever, or somebody is just slightly quicker, if you crash into the wall, you lose about 150. The other day, I think right before I started moving houses, I lost 180 I rating for one race.
That's ridiculous. That's like most of my I rating.
You don't even have I rating anymore because you're not driving.
Yeah, that's true. I've not raced in nearly 3 years.
I keep telling you need to.
I know. I'm sat in my rig at the minute. It's crazy. So, Ant Woodward through on Vit Solomon and making his way forward. Vit, has he got another band on there, or is this the same band? That's the Japanese side. I want to see the English side. We'll see that in a minute.
Isn't Britain isn't England playing soccer?
They're playing Bronze World Cup, I think.
It's the stupidest match. Okay, it's the dumbest match ever.
Yeah.
You already lost, and then you still got to play a game.
Yeah, it's always a bit of a nonsense game, really, I think. It doesn't mean anything, does it? The important one for that is tomorrow. Not that I'll be watching it.
But you didn't watch Sweden, the Netherlands. I mean, that's the only good game we had.
Right, okay.
So looking at the screen, we're still following Michael Harley-Davidson, Simon Trendle. Also, Eric Blix is in that group right behind Simon, and Stephen Phillips is there as well. And about a second behind Stephen Phillips is Tony Klosterman, who's not... well, to be honest, he's showing the pace because he's in the BSTV Cup. But I did expect him to be slightly quicker. But he's still managing on 7th position, which is good, and that is in front of the currently slowest pro driver, which is Bob Woodhouse.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, he's only 0.8 of a second behind Stephen Phillips at the moment, who's like arguably the fastest one on the track because he won the BSTV Cup last season. So Tony's doing a good job. Hopefully, all his aches, pains, and everything else from being one year older than he was last time, don't interfere with his ability to race hard and fast. So Alan said, "Oh, my YouTube has just suddenly updated with everybody's comments." So Alan said, "Goodness, a grunt fest." Okay, and then we've got Chris Jackson. Crash Jackson on there. Afternoon all. Wow, Hawking is an animal. He really is. Come out on Sunday. What happens on Sunday?
Then they're driving the MX-5.
Oh yeah, okay. And then Kenzie was going to be my vote. For winning this one? And Tony has pace. He really does have pace. So that's all. Caught up with all the messages. They suddenly appeared all at once. Yeah, Kenzie. I don't know whether he's doing a bit of a fuel savey thing. I don't know. He's not in a position to here really. He's 1.7 seconds back. Toe is about 1.1. Go on.
No, that's wrong. Like the toe. I mean, there's this completely wild, wrong rumor or fact about how the toe works in iRacing.
Yeah, go on.
And I want to correct this again on paper. I keep doing this. Even on the Wednesdays, I hear Jay's telling. And you talking about, oh, it's 1.2 seconds or something. But even at 1.9, you're still getting toe. And you definitely notice it. It's about worth a tenth. It depends on the track, obviously. But it's still, you do gain something. So with Kenzie being 1.7 seconds behind, he is noticing some slight toe there.
Okay.
It's just slight. And it kind of varies also on the exit. Because obviously if the car in front of you has a better exit, you have to get that back. But there definitely is toe, and the toe goes all the way back to 2.1 seconds, and doesn't matter which car it is.
Okay. That's interesting.
I mean, obviously, I don't know what I'm talking about because I always act like I don't know shit.
Kenzie is amazing at fuel saving, pace, and tyre saving pace. If he closes that gap with Hawking, watch for him over long runs, says Chris Jackson. We shouldn't argue with Chris. He has won this series a number of times, albeit a while ago. Did he win it in this gen of car? I can't remember. I think he won it in the previous gen, didn't he? Yeah. So it'd be interesting to see if he ever returns to the seat and takes on these guys for one season.
We have to ask Mary for that.
That's true. Yeah, and Logan. Yeah.
Oh, Logan wouldn't mind. Maybe we can Logan
them all.
going up.
Yeah.
Maybe we can have Logan in the car instead of
Chris. Yeah, absolutely. Right then, this is very much where the battle is at the moment. I'd be way down the field if I had time to return, says Chris.
Oh, that was a really good exit there from Simon. You saw that he realized that Michael didn't have the best exit. He had a really good exit. But now Eric's Blix.
Whoa, wheel spin.
Wheel spin coming up that corner, coming out that corner, and he's gonna feel that going all the way up through these three corners now. You can definitely instantly tell that the pressure is now again off of Michael and now again on Eric Blix. Eric Blix and Michael, obviously being from the same stall, they are able to help each other. You see that now Eric is just ever so slightly getting into the mirrors left and right and center, and that was Simon having a moment again going downhill.
Those rear tires look like they're melting on him, don't they?
Yeah, and I think it all stems from that wheel spin he had earlier coming out in the beginning.
I think he's cooked his tires. Now he might be able to cool them down a little on Conrad, because you don't put any inputs into the car. Will that cool them at all?
It definitely helps. Yeah. Right. So going down this straight, like if you overcook them in Bathurst, you're quite cool. This is a bit similar to overcooking them on Daytona. Once you get up on the oval, you're fine again. Yeah.
So hopefully that sorted out Simon's problems by getting those tyres cooled down on 1.2 miles worth of Conrad straight or whatever the hell it is. Go on.
I'm thinking that I don't know if Eric really wants to take him. if he like he's now showing his nose, but he's
Yeah.
again tugging back in. You know, it's like it's a bit of playing playing a game, like going left, going right, not really forcing it, but now he has a better
there you
exit
go.
than Simon, and now he's going for it. And I think that Simon is not even going to fight it that hard. I think he's going to tuck in.
He has already got on the brakes, so yeah.
Well, not the brakes probably, but lifting off.
Whoa!
Oh, Simon, what are you doing, bro?
Stay on your brakes.
Oh.
My word.
That is a rare mistake.
Very rare.
Everybody is human, and this is
Here comes Jamie.
Well, not everybody. Oh, that is always a painful moment. He's holding back.
He did, yeah.
I know that Jamie realized that Simon is the more, maybe, I don't want to say more gifted one, but at least has the most raw pace.
Yeah, I don't think Jamie would argue with that. The only thing now is Simon's tyres are going to be molten for a long time. We don't do flat spots in iRacing yet.
They are working on it.
They are working on it, yeah. And when that happens,
I
will never race again because it will shake my fillings out.
You got the Flintstone tires.
yeah, Flintstones. My rig will just bounce itself right across the room. That'd be crazy.
All your crowns will be just going out.
yeah.
Oh. If you're lucky, you don't have any teeth. I don't know.
Well, yeah.
Who doesn't have any teeth?
Yeah. Who's that then?
He's able to race again.
Yeah.
He's a cunt. So.
We've done that one. Right, so Gregorio is doing really well in his first race. He's putting pressure on Jamie Wilson. We'll have to wait and see how all these strategies pan out. Simon's strategy, I think, must be absolutely toasted now. But I have to say, he didn't hit the wall. And in these cars, this generation of car is easier to save, I have to say, even for me, because I have driven it. But that at those speeds that he was travelling at into Quarry, that is some kind of save, I think.
Yeah, the only way to save a V8 like that is just accepting the fact that you're going to be down on pace for the next 2 laps because of the
Yes.
Just stamp on the brake, and I mean that counts for every car that doesn't have ABS, and it's gonna be amazing in the TCRs as well, because you have these weird lazy spins, I call them, where you can't stop it because of the ABS, and the one time you don't want the ABS is in these certain situations. You just want to lock the tires, lock the rear, lock the differential, brake as hard as you can, and then. Oh, that was close here.
It was,
I think that was a little bit of netcode involved, though. But
yeah.
But in this situation where Simon had only one chance, it was either hitting the wall or just take the loss and slide the car sideways.
Yeah, I mean, Jamie's explained that to me before, actually, that in the TCRs, the ABS works against you in all that because it's constantly fighting what you're intending to do with the car. And at that point, the car is driving you, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, obviously there've always been settings in the TCRs where you could just up the ABS or down the ABS. For me personally, I was always driving like with, like the ABS goes for the Civic, for example, goes up to the 11, and all the setup shops use 11 or 10 maybe. I've always been using like 4 or 5, just to avoid overheating the tires. Like the one time if you hit the ABS, you're gonna overheat the tires. And yeah, with these cars, with all the power they have behind them, and the brakes in the V8 are actually worse than the TCRs. Maybe it's because of the ABS. I don't know. We have to test that, I think. But the brakes, they are not that great. But it's also because you want to avoid the ABS in these cars, and at every small lock-up you get, that gives you that extra heat in the tires. And the top drivers like Brandon, Kenzie, currently Kenzie's slightly moving in, by the way, on the back of Brandon. It was 1.8 seconds at certain points, now 1.5 again, so he's ever so slightly hinting back to that top position.
Well, a little bit.
But they are able to control that in such a manner and also on the exits, obviously, because of the not having the traction control. That 0.5% of a difference in the ability to control that is what makes them aliens compared to the others.
Right. Okay. Interesting. Just checking on. We did get another new sign up. Actually, his name's Parker. Parker Lindemann. But he's obviously not racing this evening. Has he accepted his invite? I can't tell now, can I? Because I'm literally in iRacing session. But yeah, he's a second sign up for the league. So we seem to be attracting them from the strength of field. Now, there's been some discussion on the iRacing forums about changing the format of the officials for the Euro time slots and the North American time slots, which would be a disaster because it's only just starting to show good numbers and good sign-ups for the strength of fields. So hopefully they don't do that. We've all chipped in on that argument and said let's not ruin it just as it started to get good, shall we? Simon,
I heard something about that, but there was one person, I can't remember who it was. I think it was Fit or something, who mentioned. No, it was Taurus Fosberg. He said something about, but the participation is still like only 8 or 9 cars, so changing it up wouldn't be that bad as a counter argument.
8 or 9 is actually better than it's been, if that makes sense. It's not the most popular of leagues in the Northern Hemisphere. Obviously, in the Southern Hemisphere, it's mighty. As we see Stephen Phillips and Jamie Wilson come in for their first scheduled stop on lap 13. I think that's 1 lap early, based on my insider knowledge. But we'll see.
What's the lap counter again? I can't see. I don't see graphics.
Say again?
It's now, what lap is it?
Lap 13.
So, on a full tank, you can get away with 16 laps.
Oh, okay. 16.
And the race will probably be 42/43 laps. At the pace we're going, I think it probably is going to be 43.
Okay.
That is the inside information you were referring to, because I have the same inside information.
Yes, you do. And it's well received, actually, because I don't have a clue normally anyway. Alright, what would you do if you were Simon now, approaching the back of Vit's car? Would you pit the car, or would you wait to see if they do and then go again? I mean, he's going to get held up soon, wouldn't you? You'd go for the move,
yeah,
right? You'd put him behind
go for the move. Right. Yeah, so just get him done. Like it kind of depends on if you feel like you have so much overspeed, it's going to be an easy move. Because now he's basically almost pushing Fit through Forrest Elbow. Forrest Elbow coming out of it, you saw Fit having a little bit of wheel spin. Simon didn't have the wheel spin, or at least less. And he's now, I would assume he's going to try and outbrake him here. And if he can't get past in the next 2 or 3 corners, then I would decide, okay, this is going to take too long. He's going on the inside there, so now he's overtaking them. And if you're going for the pit, he wouldn't do that. Then you would just stay behind at least. That would probably be quicker, because you're gonna overtaking like that always costs time.
Yeah, Vit's trying to either stay with him or repay the favour. It'd be a big job of that.
No. Yeah, this is one of those situations where Fit realizes it's not his fight. Meanwhile, Kenzie is now back within a second of Brendan.
Yep, and that's a much visibly different. Let's see what he can do with it. Oh, we've got Josh Taylor's crashed, apparently. Should we have a quick look at that?
Yes, sure. In the meanwhile, I feel like Brendan probably made a mistake. That's why he lost a second.
Okay.
He's
looped it at the final corner. Everybody's done that, I think. I definitely have several times.
Yeah, you can tell this is basically the same thing that happened to Simon. You see that he's still swatting around because his tires are heated up.
Melted tires. It stayed with Simon. He's giving him good pressure here, but so that's Nemaphila, which is the band name on the car. I think he's had that on once before, because I think I've already downloaded one of their tracks.
I was reading something else.
Oh, were you really? That's great. Right, what's Chris saying? I've done that one. Brandon's last few laps versus Kenzie's. I don't get to see the last few. I just get to see the last one, which was 1/10 faster than Brandon.
So Brandon's 12th lap was 5/10 slower than he was previously.
God, that was so fast into that pit lane. Right, so I would assume that Michael's going to now... Oh, he's going again. Michael's going again. So is Eric. Tony's in. Let's see what Tony does with his pit lane entry.
I always take the 1X here.
Do you?
Yeah,
I
I
suppose
deliberately
it's
take it.
sacrificial, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
And Woodward in as well. Vit's gone again, though.
Can we focus on Brandon and Kenzie for the lead?
Yeah, of course. They're not doing anything at the minute, though. That's why I wasn't looking at them. They're just...
No, I understand. So
having coffee right now.
They are up. They are up on the jacks, obviously.
Oh, you would take tyres every time, yeah.
Yeah, definitely. And the change of the fueling and the tyres, is that the same in the V8s?
Pass. I think it's,
Okay, so
I think it's done together.
Okay, so there goes Kenzie, and there goes Brandon. And who has a better exit? And it is Kenzie. Now, jumping Brandon. I don't think there's much in it. I think it's ever so slightly. Kenzie saved a little bit more and also got away a little bit quicker. And it looks like instantly the gap is about 4 or 5 tenths. It's 4 tenths currently. I mean, it's still nothing in it. They just swap positions, and there's still another pit stop to come.
Just going to give you a graphic. Not that one. Try this one. No, that's the lap. That one. So that's the difference. 1/10. And actually, it says that Kenzie was slower.
On the total time?
Yeah. 104.42 against a 104.38. So I'm assuming...
Then it's just based on the entry.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. Absolutely that.
And there's also a little bit of variance in how long you are standing still, and
Okay.
like there's some sort of humanized elements simulated.
Oof. Good grief, that car bounced right off that curb. Eric Blixt hanging it right out. Sorry.
No, go ahead. It's your broadcast.
One's going again, one's not. We're on lap 15. So the 16 lap thing is working for Michael Harley-Davidson and not yet for Eric.
Maybe they're splitting up. That might be on penalty territory.
Yeah, that was
Doesn't
sketchy.
seem to be turning up as one.
I'm so glad I had the camera on it, because those sort of things don't come up on replays on SDK. None of that does. And look at that, it's crowded behind as well.
It's one of those things, like every driver, every racer, especially in endurance races, have a story. Like, oh, did you see this move on camera? Oh,
Yeah.
this amazing 15 wide and then change through. I'm
Ooh,
like,
that
yeah,
was
it's
close.
probably amazing, but we didn't see it.
Yeah, it's always the same. Right, what are these two doing? Cycling round again. But as they were, if anything, Kenzie started to pull away.
Yeah, ever so slightly, but it might be just a corner and exit, and maybe just a little bit more fuel saving. I wouldn't think of much of it.
Right, so he didn't get penalised. He's out with no black flag, so that was probably the most perfect pit stop ever, I'm going to assume, because his total time there was a 103.92.
That is a really good stop then. He's currently topping the board in that one. We're still waiting for Michael Harley-Davidson to come in, and I assume that he's coming in this lap. He's currently coming out of going into Forest Elbow. Has a gap of 34 seconds to Kenzie. And his following companion, Brendan Hawking, right behind him. That will put him right behind and Woodward or Jamie Wilson.
Yep.
Probably. Maybe behind Simon Trendle, even if he has a bad entry.
Yeah, true.
It's quite surprising. Then
Why is Simon now behind Jamie?
it's probably pit stop related.
Yeah, but he was quite a way ahead. Ah, right. So Jamie's pit stop was over 2 seconds faster than Simon's.
Then I assume that Jamie is doing the short middle stints again.
Okay.
He loves to do that, like putting on the alternative strategy,
All
which is
right.
basically the same one, but he's now bound to gamble on it. Okay, so Michael Harley-Davidson just entered his pit lane. I think that is Jamie gonna let him go because they're on different strategies. Maybe he's gonna follow on this kink. It's always so sketchy, but I think that he's gonna leave off.
No, he's not.
Yeah, he is.
Oh, he is now, yeah.
This was a very nice multi 21.
Where's Eric compared to Michael launching?
He's still stationary.
Yeah.
Still up on the jacks. Now going down.
So about the same. They're going to be side by side, but with Eric with more momentum. So that's not worked out for Michael because he was ahead before, and his pit stop was longer because obviously he's had to take on more fuel.
Yes, but then again, he's now has a difference of 2 laps in the tires.
Yeah.
Which means that he's gonna be able to put less fuel in on the last stint as well.
Right, and Brandon has suddenly turned up the wick, probably waiting for his tyres to come in, but they're definitely there now, and he's putting a lot of pressure onto Kenzie here. Those Sucker Punch Pickles liveries are quite brilliant that Brandon puts on his car.
I do think that this stint is probably all about survival for the both of them, and it's gonna be gloves off at the last stint.
Yeah, I mean, they've already done 17 laps of Bathurst, and they're like 0.3 of a second apart. I can see this going right to the very end.
If you have to choose now without thinking, is it Brandon or Kenzie tonight? Now you're thinking.
Okay, without thinking, Brandon.
Yeah, me as well.
All right.
But it's, yeah. Yeah, it's not to discount Kenzie because we all know he's very talented, but somehow it's just a gut feeling that I think that Brandon has a little bit more pace in the back.
Yeah, Kenzie often hides it well, though. That's the problem. He's one of those drivers that looks like he's not doing anything for a very long time, and then all of a sudden, bam, he's like overtaking cars like for fun sort of thing.
Looking a little bit further back, we can we just saw previously a couple of minutes ago Simon overtaking Jamie, but you just went to the point I was going to make because Pit Salomon is all over and Jamie Wilson. We're such a good team, mate.
Yeah.
And then it's even after I sent you pictures of my feet today.
Yes. Yeah. I forgot to tell you about my foot fetish, but never mind.
No, it doesn't matter. I thrive on it. You can subscribe to my only feed.
Only feet. That's class. Oh, and Simon's going for it ahead as well. Or he was.
So much space.
Is he gonna
Yeah, I
cut
think
back
that he's
on him?
just pressuring. You can't overtake here.
Well, try
you
telling that
can.
to Simon.
No, you can. Don't get me wrong. You can, but you will die.
Yeah, yeah.
I was behind. What's the guy called again? The really quick one from TCR. Polosek.
Oh,
and
yeah.
Ross. Like I'm massively quick in the TCRs on Bathurst. I love it. I was behind them, and I was a tenth and a half slower than them, and I could just follow. But I could see it happen, and they went side by side through that one. It didn't end well. I ended up winning.
Simon got all out of shape coming through there just then again. So
you are always out of shape.
Chris says that he called it. It's not easy to pressure Kenzie because of his classy driving and advantage Kenzie due to his fuel per lap. Brandon needs to make the pass and use his outright pace as the advantage. He's right. Kenzie is very, very good at fuel saving.
Also in front of this fight we are looking at currently, Simon Trendo and Woodward, is the fight. Yes, Tony Kluseman, Stephen Phillips, and Bob Woodhouse. They are all over each other the last couple of laps. On the inside here, is it going to be an overtake? It's going to be a blasting overtake. One of the SimAbility cars from Tony passing. Oh, is it Tony passing Bob?
No, it was Bob. It was Bob passing Stephen.
Stephen?
Yeah,
Oh, wait,
Tony's in the
paint's
red
messed
and
up
black car.
Yeah, but no, the paints are messed up for me, but it's fine.
No, it's because Stephen's not submitted a dashhound paint for that Camaro.
Oh, that makes me... Okay, yeah, okay.
Or for the Mustang, rather. But the SimAbility Europe car, the grey one just in front of him, in Bob's livery there, it looks very similar to the council paint.
He used to have the dogs on the side, right?
Yes.
Meanwhile, Jamie and Fit are still fighting it out, and I haven't seen much of Gregorio Perez Sesma. Excuse me if I'm pronouncing that wrong, because if you're gonna tell me I pronounce it wrong, I'm gonna do it on purpose. He's been very well. He didn't show much on camera. We have him here, first time in the league, holding his feet, didn't crash, didn't spin out, and we haven't. As long as you're driving at the back of the midfield and we haven't put you on camera, you're doing actually a good job.
Yeah, he was fighting with Jamie Wilson earlier, but after the pit stops he seems to have dropped back. Now his pit stop was on lap 15 on a 107.38, and he was fighting with Jamie, who pitted on lap 15, same lap, but did a 103.38. So that's why they are now separated by, well, they're separated actually by 10 seconds. So something else has gone on as well, but that accounts for half of the gap anyway.
Oh, he's from Spain, so maybe his pit crew was doing a siesta.
Yeah. Right, so these guys go firing over the hill. Your race leader is still Kenzie, and he's gapping Brandon Hawkin.
I think that is one of the, you say gapping, but I think Brandon just had one bad lap.
Oh, do you think? Right.
Yeah, confirm that, because his previous lap, lap 18, was a 2.75.
Okay.
Where Kenzie's lap was a 2.72, which is within the margin, I would say.
Right.
But the lap 19 was a 2.81, so he had probably a small slide somewhere.
I see, right.
So for those watching the YouTube stream, if you haven't had one already, or if you haven't done already, give us a thumbs up on the stream. It helps out the channel quite a lot, and we want to attract as much races as we can, because it gives us so much work to do in the Discord when everybody starts popping off with the drama.
Absolutely. It takes quite a lot to get the publicity for a league like this. The officials are not the most popular. The car is very niche. It's probably the most difficult car on iRacing to drive, but the most rewarding when you get it right. It's just everything that you do in those with those thumbs up helps an enormous amount. So if you could, that would be great, as Wobbly says.
The drama thing was more related to the TCRs, by the way, because the V8 is usually a really chill community, and that is why I love to commentate on this one. The TCR, there are certain people that I don't really like. I'm talking to you, Stefan Klauke. Okay, so back to the racing. These three are still going at it, but it seems to be settled down a little bit. They seem to have gotten into a rhythm. They seem to have gotten into a rhythm. They are not really fighting each other currently, and now just following the top leader here of this field, and that is Tony Klosterman, which is doing an exceptional job. Now currently in 5th position, and as what's it called again? The BSTV Cup. Thank you.
Yep.
BSTV Cup. He's gonna haul in a lot of points if he keeps going at it with this performance he's currently showing.
Yeah, he's amazingly fast tonight, which is great. He was actually very quick the last time as well, last time out. So very impressed with his performance. Oh, sketchy everywhere at the minute. I think I nearly lost connection. There's battles here in the lower order, but they're just as intense. In fact, there's quite a lot of cars got together all of a sudden. So Vincent's now got Daniel Solo breathing down his neck again. That's the second time he'll have seen that car having a pop at him. We've got Vic Solomon and Jamie together. We've got Stephen Phillips, Bob Woodhouse and Tony Klosterman together. But it's Lars Erik Freeland who is currently putting pressure onto Jeff Saunders, which is the green car just ahead. Josh Taylor, the car behind the blue JC Academy car, is a lap down. And I'm just going
to still respect for him.
Oh, absolutely.
To keep on driving and keep on riding this out.
Well, it's his. I think it's his first proper season in the car. He did a couple of races last season, and he's doing phenomenally better. I mean, it's easy to lose control of these things and catch them back up again, gather them back up underneath you is no mean feat. So it's a real challenge to get these things to work.
And the only way to get control and get to grips with the car, especially like a V8, not especially like just a V8, is seat time. It's the only way to understand the car, when it's gonna give you a slide, when it's gonna give you some counter steering, when you feel the real spin up, when you're hitting the not hitting the ABS but hitting a lock up. The only way to learn is to drive.
Absolutely. Seat time is everything in these kind of cars. They're not a jump in and race like GT3s can be, depending on the track you're on, of course, and your own capability. But these are something that require lots and lots of practice and finesse.
Something we both don't have.
I've not got any. Like none. I've got like a negative quantity of all of that. Yeah, my
negativeness.
Stefan was in an MX-5 last night at my Friday Frolic, says Alan. Absolutely.
I feel sorry for you, Alan.
A Brandon mistake. 1 second wiggle. Yeah, it could have been. That was from a little back, that message. I was busy trying to get Stephen Phillips' paint on, which I've done. So the dash out was back.
Yeah, so that was related to the fact that Brandon lost about 6/10 of one lap.
Yeah.
And it's now hovering between 9/10 and a second for quite a while. I feel like Kenzie and Brandon still haven't shown the back of their throats. They are still eased off and in control, both of them. Brandon is probably at a position where he's like, I'd like to be a little bit closer. Everything above a second just doesn't really sit well, I think. But now currently back to 0.9, and if Kenzie gets a corner ever so slightly wrong, he's instantly back in that position where he wants to be.
Yeah, and loving what I'm seeing from Jeff Saunders this evening. Very, very racy. Got good pace in the car. Closing down Richard Lawrence in front of him. So really good stuff from Jeff at the moment.
I like Jeff, man. Jeff has been evolving quite in a steady manner. He's not making huge gains, but the Jeff I remember made a lot of mistakes in the past, and he really cleaned up his game and is now becoming way more consistent. Maybe he's ever a touch slightly slower even, but because he's more consistent, he's now able to fight with other cars a lot better.
Yeah, he really is. The consistency comes from the safety, I think, as well. When you're not crashing, you're moving quicker, right? So we're watching Brandon coming down Conrad. He's cut that lead right down to nearly, half a second now. Obviously.
This could,
Sorry,
sorry for interrupting, but this could be just Brandon deciding, okay, I've been fuel saving, I've been hovering around that second. I'm just gonna stop fuel saving for a lap or two, just to close in ever so slightly, so I'll be able to save more.
Yeah, good point. Yeah, closer you are, the more you can save because you're off the gas a lot more as they kind of draw you towards the corner, really. Jeff Saunders was closing right up on the back of Richard Lawrence, but then he's drifted away a little, so he's at half a second now, about where Brandon is from Kenzie. It's always interesting to watch the behaviour of the wheel in the hands of the driver. You're always told, put as little input in as you can. Don't turn right to turn left or turn left to turn right. There's a little bit of wiggling and a little bit of that going on.
Brendan, that.
So, because all it does is heat up your front tyres, doesn't it, when you're scrubbing them like that. Studied the car nicely coming up the cutting there.
Yeah, trying to hit that curb, and when the curb hits you there, it's spatting you out to the wall, as we mentioned while we are on board with his quali lap, where he put down an amazing performance of a pole position. It's especially in these cars, they are so lively. The suspension, it just forces you to counter steer the whole time as well.
Yeah. I mean, there's also what you were saying before about being inside a second. There's a mental benefit from it, isn't there? Because when you're seeing yourself at half a second back, you're thinking, right, I'm still in this. Mentally you can feel a bigger toe than you've actually physically got. And when you're outside the second and the number is white on the screen, it's not red, it's not yellow, etc. It's mentally a negative thing fighting against you, isn't it?
Yeah, and there's this small balance between the numbers as well. I'd like to hover around 5 10s, 6 10s, 7 10s, maybe 8 10s from time to time. We'll compare myself to Stephen Walker, which is also an amazing talented driver who's driving BSTV. I've been fighting him and I've been driving him for a couple of years. And he likes it around 0.3, 0.4, and I'm always a little bit further back. I don't know what the difference in that. It's just a headspace where you're in. And it seems that Brandon is now back in the headspace where he wants to be within that half second, or maybe just trying to apply a little bit more pressure to Kenzie, which, again, Kenzie is known for handling pressure and rarely making mistakes.
Yeah.
But if you don't try, you will never find out if it works.
No, true. And just comparing Brandon's steering inputs to Jeff, there's a lot more steering input here. So the wheel is turned over quite a lot more in the sharper turns. Some of the faster drivers in these rear-wheel drive cars can use the accelerator to help turn the car, can't they? Which some of the more developing drivers struggle to do as much. So everything, like for myself, for instance, everything is done on the steering wheel, whereas some of the more skilled drivers can turn it with the gas.
Yeah, exactly. And I think that it's not just bound to V8s. Looking at a GT3, looking at an LMP2, even an LMDH, it doesn't really matter. It's quite similar for all the cars. There were situations, I think, that a while back, I can't remember the guy who did it for, but he asked me how I could carry so much speed through certain corners, and I went through his VRS data to see what he's doing, and it's just also very much attached to how much confidence do you have in the fact that you grip. It's a bit like bouldering. We both do bouldering.
Yeah.
It's like some people stand on a ledge, and you're like, how the hell are you standing on that ledge?
Yeah.
If you do this, if you apply the same pressure and you do the same thing, you feel like you're sliding away, but it's just gambling. It's like, how much are you willing to gamble the fact that you're going to break a leg? And with racing, it's how much are you willing to gamble to
spear into a wall.
To spear into a wall. And obviously,
Yeah.
again, it's a simulation game, etc. But that is what makes a difference between the really massively quick drivers and the drivers that are up there, but not extracting every single millisecond from it.
Yeah. And since I put Stephen Phillips paint on, he's got faster and he overtook Bob Woodhouse just now. So
Josh Taylor is in the pit lane and
He
he had
crashed.
a black flag. Did he crash? Okay.
yeah, he crashed. Let's just have a quick look at it. He's coming through the dipper and he's going to hit the wall on one side or the other.
It's.
Oh, he's looped it a little and
I feel like he just. I know. No.
no.
He's still alive.
Oh, so maybe he's just pitted. Well, we are on lap 20 something, aren't we? So maybe he's pitted for his fuel and tyres.
Could be because he had a black flag.
Oh, maybe not.
Oh. So that doesn't seem like
That's not
you
the
just
same
pitted.
thing. No.
That is a different car than we just saw. This looks like a
hang on.
Batmobile.
He's just done this. Oh, that's him leaving pit lane.
Yeah,
He hasn't looped it on the
honestly,
exit, has he?
I just rewatched. Oh, he did. No, he didn't. He did. Oh,
Did-
no, he didn't.
Tyre
he did.
war.
No, his front end is off already.
Oh, right, okay. In that case, I'm...
So he's probably been driving around without a front end the whole time.
Yeah, maybe. Just getting out of the way there as Ant Woodward... Nope, as Simon Trundle and Bob Woodhouse go through. Is that right? No, Ant Woodward.
This is a very hard... I think, like, I give him some credit because this is a very hard bit of the track
Oh,
to leave faster
Yeah.
cars past you. And it always tends to do so. You don't want to get involved as a driver overtaking. You don't want him to be in the way. And I think the way he did it deserves a massive compliment.
Yeah, absolutely. And just going back to going through the dipper, I find that you can go into the dipper at the same speed on the same line 1,000 times and get 1,000 different exits because I don't know, it's just such a sketchy series of turns. You come over Skyline, the car's like unstable because you've got that curb on the inside. It's only a little kink of a curb, but it does so much to the car. And as soon as you're offline ever so slightly, you're history, absolute history.
There are a lot of bumps there, and I think that if you carry too much speed, or maybe even too little, you're gonna hit the bump in a different way, the bumps in a different way, and the car is gonna react differently. You can go through that 1,000 times, and the next time after that, 1,001st time, 1,001, 1,001st? Is it 1,001st? It's 1,001st.
Yeah, 1,001st. Yeah, go on.
You enter it, and suddenly it snaps, and then you're looking at the data in hindsight, and then suddenly you went in with a lower entry speed or something.
Mm-hmm. Just watching this
Side by side.
intently.
Yeah.
So they
Side by side, and it's still coming out on top is Ed Woodward. Jamie Wilson still stuck behind him, applying the pressure, trying to get past left, right, and center. Going uphill apparently wasn't on the outside. Wasn't the solution to get past him. But again, Jamie is on an alternative strategy, so we know that he pitted slightly early. Oh, well, not slightly early. He pitted the same time, but he put in less fuel. That's what we're quite confident of.
Yeah, by about 3 or 4 seconds as well over some of the people around him. 2 seconds for most of the people around him. So let's see what happens in the second of the pit stop rounds, which is happening right now, actually. Just as I expected it to for somebody. Ooh, that was a lot of extra track.
Yeah, he's taking it. Yeah, he's taking the 1X, the sacrificial one. And that is the line for that. You just ignore the fact that there's a corner there. You gain about 1.5 seconds through that if you do it like that. Maybe this is Brandon pulling the trigger. I don't think he really needed to save to enter the pit, but he probably figured that it's either this lap or next lap, and now I have a clean entry.
Yeah, true. You don't want to go into a crowded pit lane, that's for certain. Or with the car in front of you right on your bonnet, because that's just a recipe for disaster. Stephen Phillips has also chosen this lap to pit. The annoying thing is with SDK, once they enter the pit lane, you can't see what lap they had previously pitted on, which is annoying. So it just typed straight across the number with pit and out. So that's a bit frustrating. So
Yeah,
Jamie
Brandon
Wilson
was-
is in now. We expect him to take a longer pit this time, right?
Yes. So Brandon
Yeah.
pitted on lap 15.
Right. So
And then
Kenzie
looking
pitted
at
on lap
Kenzie-
14.
no, you also pitted on lap 15.
You're 1 lap out from what my SDK is saying. So okay.
So
As long
okay,
as I
well,
know that, that's
understand.
fine.
No. I think you're both right
Oh.
because he pitted on lap 14, probably entered, but then you crossed the line. So that's
Onto
lap
15. Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Yes. So they
Right.
pitted at the same time, and now Brandon. Obviously, they don't need a full tank of fuel, so he pitted slightly early.
Yeah, and as expected, the times have reversed. So Jamie's now done a 107, which is what everybody else was doing, and the people around him are doing 105, 106. So,
Yes.
yeah, that's exactly as we expected it to be. Richard Lawrence in the pits and up on the jacks for tyres. Bob Woodhouse getting piles of pressure. Go on.
I actually wanted to go to the toilet real quick, but
Yeah,
I'm
go for
gonna
it.
wait. No, I'm gonna wait until the pit stop sequence is over. So I'm
Oh,
just
okay.
bouncing my chair up and down.
Wow. I was going to say, why have I not got a battle box? And it's because there's only one car on the screen.
It still gives me Josh Taylor as a black flag.
Yeah, he got a black flag for speeding in the pit lane last time he pitted. So he's going to be visiting.
pit lane. La 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 la. If I got all the money in the world, speeding in the pit lane. Yeah. Sorry.
When's that coming out? In the hit parade. Right, Kenzie. Where's Brandon? Brandon's just onto the start finish straight.
Oh, somebody crashed in the pit lane. That we have to
Oh,
reverse
it's
that a little
Tony.
later.
Tony's black flagged.
Yeah, he's doing weird things in the pits. Who are you focusing the camera on?
Tony at the minute, I think.
But can you get to Kenzie and Brandon?
Oh, sorry, yeah. Where are they? There.
So Brandon pipped Kenzie in the pits.
Nope.
Oh no, you didn't? Oh, wait.
Nope. Brandon's behind Kenzie still by exactly the same margin.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
In fact, a little bit into Kenzie's favour, to be honest. But Brandon's on hotter, more seasoned, we'll call it, tyres. So he'll be able to get back within that second. He's already back within that second. And this might be his opportunity to bounce if he's going to do it. To coin whatever Chris Jackson was saying earlier. We like Jeff Saunders' paint, says Sir Alan. Yes, we do. Brandon's creeping up. He was and still is and probably will now. And the gap to third is growing quickly. These two are a class apart. They really are.
Hotman stuff. Be right back.
Sure thing. I'm absolutely certain there is lots of Canadian swearing going on inside the helmet of Tony Kloosterman right now. He will not be happy that he's picked up a black flag after he was doing so well, and he really was doing remarkably well. Right, Eric Blixt to the pits. They are absolutely hammering that pit lane entry ridiculously to the point where it's inviting black flags, I would suggest. But they're so good, these drivers, they're not picking them up. Hawking lapped traffic could hurt. Yeah. If we could find any lap traffic, because I don't think there's anything in front of Kenzie. Yeah, Tony, I mean, I suppose it could have been a dangerous pit lane entry, but I think that's a stop and hold. I think he's been busted for speeding. I don't think it's anything necessarily to do with all the shenanigans with what happened at Sebring early in the TCR season, where people were just getting booted for all sorts of reasons whilst they were in the pits. Hopefully iRacing sorted out that track, because it was exclusive to that track, I think. Brandon Hawkin has just put in the fastest lap of the race, and is significantly quicker. Last lap round, well, he will be winning because the last lap was a pit stop lap for Kenzie, but the previous racing lap he was quite a lot faster than Kenzie's previous racing lap. Vincent Skilbeck to the pits. And Vincent's going to end up racing with Tony in a minute. He will be, because Tony's going to be about 4 or 5 seconds behind him. Yeah, 5 seconds behind him. He should be cutting that down in theory, based on his previous speed in the early part of this race. Go back and check if Brandon got held up by what? Traffic in the pits or traffic on track? I think you're going to mean traffic on track, right, Chris? Ooh, and then Simon Trendle, very, very late to the pits. Pitted from, well, 3rd place, I think. I don't know where he's going to pop out now. Who's this passing at the minute? Must be the 2 Alcantech cars, it is. Daniel Solo is also in the pits behind him.
So Brendan seemed to have been losing time ever so slightly on Kenzie since he got out of the pits.
Yeah.
This is Kenzie putting the hammer down, and I think we saw this before in previous seasons where we had Simon and Trendle and also Brandon, not Brandon, Simon Trendle and Kenzie fighting it out for the last stint, where we did see Kenzie ever so slightly be able to pull out a small, ever so slightly bigger of a gap. That's the word I was looking for.
Right, so this is going to get interesting shortly. Daniel Solo ahead is going to get hunted down by Tony Klusterman, who has been faster over the course of this race. Ooh, that sounds rough for whoever was going around that corner. I don't know who it was now, but I could hear. Sometimes the sound's a bit weird on iRace. Oh no, I think it was Josh Taylor again. He's gone to the pits. Right, so as you can see on your timing tower, folks, all of the pros are now at the top of the field, top of the timing tower, and Stephen Phillips leads the way for the BSTV Cup, as he did the whole of last season.
Chris is suggesting that Brandon was held up by traffic on his
outlap. Right, okay. I suppose that could have happened, but how the hell you make that work when in SDK, I have no idea now.
No, it's quite rough to get that data out of SDK.
Yeah.
And we should have been watching that whole lap.
So Daniel Solo behind Vincent Skilbeck here. That'll be a good battle when it gets going, and Tony is cutting the gap down to these two quite a lot, actually. His last lap was nearly an entire second faster than the 2 cars in front.
Looking at the timing tower, yeah, Daniel and Vincent are really close. And also Michael, Honey Davidson and Eric Blitz are within about a second of each other. So this could be very tasteful at the end of the race when the tires are starting to fall off of them, and whatever either Michael or Eric is able to extract a little bit extra out of it.
Yeah. And unbelievably, we have only got about 20 minutes left. These races go so fast because there's so much going on. Ant Woodward just responding to Sir Alan's cheer for Ant. He's got a massive mountain to climb at the minute because he's got 9 seconds to Stephen Phillips ahead.
Oh yeah, it's about 9 mountains to climb.
Yeah. Right, Daniel Solo is now on Vincent. This is going to slow the pair of these two up, and Tony will be back in business. He's cut the 5 seconds down to 2 as Daniel Solo goes and stares right down the inside of Vincent's car.
So what did Tony do? Because obviously I missed that. Because he had a massive mess up at the entry of the pit, I think.
I think he was done speeding into the pits, as in he's crossed the line too fast.
Oh no, wait! I think he was. There was someone on reversing into the pit lane.
Reversing in?
Yeah. I'll check.
Right. Okay. I mean, I've heard of weird pit lane entry strategies before, but that's an extreme one. So, Kenzie is now getting caught again by Brandon. I don't think there's any mistakes in it. There's back markers coming up for these two. That's Jeff Saunders is the next one. They have got a whopping 24-second lead over these two, Eric Blixt and Michael Hafliderson. And then Simon Trendle at the minute is on his own, in a world of his own. So he's got 7 seconds in front of him to Michael, and he's got 8 seconds behind him to Stephen. He'll probably be wondering what could have been if he hadn't cooked his tyres on that first stint, potentially. I don't know. Meanwhile, this battle is now fully on, and Tony's sprinting up to join them. He's now inside 2 seconds. So he is cutting this down very quickly.
Yeah, and I would assume when he gets up to the rear, he has been showing pace the whole night.
Yeah.
So he's gonna probably fly past them unless they make his life really hard. We know that Tony is a patient driver, a patient racer, for what that means. So it wouldn't be out of the realm of possibilities that he's also gonna be. He's drawing the short stick here, not the short draw, because he's just so respectful. Not that is a bad thing.
No, not at all. So Daniel Solo and Vincent will keep a watching brief on that. Also, whilst we've got him, ooh, what just happened there?
Oh, found it.
And I've just found Ant Woodward's crashed at the Dipper, I think. No, over Skyline, that is it? No, it was in the Dipper. Wow. So let's just have a look at that. Was he on his own? Because there was no one near him a minute ago. Gregorio's just passed him now as well. I'm going to have to choose a different camera.
Probably clipped the wall.
Oh,
sliding. Oh, that is going to hurt the suspension.
Yeah. And, yeah.
Oh, this is the way Vincent drives cars.
Vincent does.
You know, right? He doesn't like a rear wing. He
Oh
doesn't
yeah,
like a bumper, but
he loves racing like a buggy. Yeah. Right. Okay. So that's how that happened. He was all on his own.
So my thing is,
Yeah.
I was pretty sure I saw a crash somewhere in pit lane. So Fitz Salomon on lap, which lap? That is on lap 28, 29. He entered the pit and then clipped the wall massively and turned the car around on the entry.
Is it this? Nope, that's after it. Where is him entering? Ah, there we go. I think it's this then. Just a guess.
Yes, probably is, because he was close to another car.
Yeah, that's Brandon that's passing him.
So he went in and went in insanely hard. After this, clip the wall. See that?
Oh, yeah. He got both sides of the wall.
Yeah, that's what I saw in the rear mirror when we were
He's
watching
reversed into
Kenzie.
the pits.
Yeah, that's what
Good
I
effort,
meant.
mate. Good effort. That's thinking outside the box. And then
No, he's now in the box.
Well, yeah, because there's nothing else to lose now, is there? You got a fast repair. That's actually really good thinking from Vit. Just cut
He's
it
not
down.
crabbing.
Yeah. Right, this is on.
So back to the front of the field. Now Brandon is applying as much pressure as he can on Kenzie Newhoff currently. Is there going to be a winner here? Is it going to be Kenzie? Is it going to be Brandon? They still have about roughly 8 laps to go, and we'll see who is coming out on top.
I reckon it'll be Eric. I reckon
What?
these two are going to crash.
Yeah. No, I don't think so. I don't think so.
It's good to see that Alan's curses are still quite strong, though, shouting for Ant.
But Josh Taylor is back in the pits.
Yeah, he's been there a while. He got meatballed off that last crash that he did at Quarry. Right, so we have 15 minutes left, and Brandon is now caught up with Kenzie.
I think that we have to give a shout out to 2 guys we haven't mentioned once in the race.
Go on.
So we haven't spoken about Lars Erik Friedenlund, who is currently fighting with Jeff Saunders. They are within a second of each other, and right in front of them is Richard Lawrence III.
Yep.
That sounds like a knight or a king.
I think he is.
But
yeah.
But he's American, so he can't be. Oh! Well, we just tuned in at a spicy moment.
We really did. And Tony's here now, so this is what I was hoping would happen, and it has worked out that way. He's gone a bit deep into the cutting there, but he'll sort that out, I'm sure. So we'll keep an eye on this. We've also got to keep an eye on this, because they are literally within 4/10 of each other. They're not going to do anything for now, but this definitely will come to something. Daniel's already tried it on Vincent. Excuse me, I got hiccups. But yeah, Richard Lawrence III. He's the one in that nice paint that I was mentioning earlier.
And it's good to see that these three, Pete.
Yeah.
They are fighting for 15th position. Well, they found their own pace, their own fight, and they're loving life right now. They are able to fight until the end of the race, which is amazing.
Absolutely, absolutely. And even for the likes of Josh, he's still in the pits, bless him, right now. But you know, every race that he races, it's a new education. Understanding these cars just a little bit better. Even if you're crashing them, you understand them just a little bit more. So great to see him persevering. He's keeps coming back onto the track, and that's part of what you need to do. You can't just give it up. Oh, Ant Woodward again.
Yeah. So
how many times do we see this wobbly where they crash once and then they crash twice?
It's also the behavior of the car is changing. You're out of focus, and just reset the car to the pit, and I can't blame him. He's clipped the grass, and the car obviously has less aero.
No downforce at the front. Yeah.
No downforce. It's more unstable, so you're not able to control that slight pinch of the grass, which you're able to control when it's there. I can't blame him for resetting. Now it's serious business here. Brandon is pushing. Kenzie is taking defensive line. On the inside here, sacrificing the exit. Is Brandon able to cut back? It seems that Kenzie had a lot of wheel spin coming out that one. He's tugging the left head side. Brandon's going left, but there's no room there from Kenzie. Getting back to the right, trying to get a better exit. He has a great line. Going
glorious.
to the left. Kenzie's going to hold the inside, and Brandon is going to the outside. Trying to cut back on the next straight again. Now they're side by side in the braking zone. Kenzie's forcing him wide, which is going to give him a really, really good exit there compared to Brandon. And now they are all tucked back in. And until this point, you see that Brandon is only just now starting to catch Kenzie again through the toe because of the defensive moves that Kenzie put up.
Wow. I honestly thought they were toast. I thought my prediction had come true then. There was a twitch from both cars, and then the brakes were applied in Kenzie's, and I thought we were going straight through him. Oh, Kenzie got that entry wrong. Is Kenzie actually feeling pressure?
There's definitely some pressure feeling. I mean, if you're not feeling pressure in a situation like this, there's something wrong with you.
Yeah. Usually he's like ice, isn't he? Like Marco Namela.
So this is actually the first time that I'm sitting on the bit between both my daughter's bedroom, and I'm actually talking, and
Right.
it's no worries, but it's like we're now testing how loud the sound is.
Yeah. Are you going to get the complaints later, are you?
Probably not for the next 2 years, but once it turns into 14, then
Yeah.
probably will be a pain in the butt.
Right, so...
Yes.
So this is one of the close battles. This is the other close battle. Tony's drifted off these two now for some reason, after making massive headway and cutting down that lead hugely. We're going to go back to the lead though, because this is very on.
This is very on, as you rightly point out, Pete. We have 10 minutes left as we turn over the finish line. We know that a lap is 2 minutes and 6-ish seconds, 2.4-ish seconds, maybe 2.7.
3 laps, 4 laps.
So it probably means that we have 4 laps left. This is gonna be one of the sweatiest nights they will ever experience while racing. Now,
Here we go.
saw a slight chance. He's taking the side draft, side by side, trying to get pulled past him. Now maybe the setup turns into play as well. Is Kenzie able to brake later? Is Brendan
Oh, he's on the grass!
Not
No!
in the grass.
No! Oh, my
Oh,
goodness.
he held it like
Good
a
effort.
pro.
Yeah. My God. Oh, these guys don't want me to see 50.
What are you on about? You're already 50.
Shush you. Right, so Daniel Solo's done something wrong here because he's suddenly in the clutches of Tony and away from Vincent, so he's got a corner wrong somewhere on the track. No, there's no incident. That I've not got anything I can go back and look at, but Tony's on him now.
Tony back on Fitz-Salomon, who took a very shallow line through that corner, and it cost him dearly because you can tell that Tony had a lot more exit speed. Is he going to be able to take advantage of this on the first straight after the first corner again?
Whoa.
Flipping the curb, it seems like there's one thing, right? I remember this from Tyler and Sam Busing, that is.
Yeah.
They were doing the Bathurst in the V8s. Where Tyler just said one thing to Sam: don't clip that curb on the last corner. Don't clip it. And you know what Sam did?
Clipped it.
Clipped it. Saves the car. Actually saved the car.
Nice.
Then Tyler got back in the car. You know what Tyler did?
Clipped it.
Clipped it. Broke the car. I can't remember which year it was, but I remember this conversation.
Alan says, can I handle 10 more minutes of this? Well, I don't think I can, so if you want to jump in the booth so that I can live, that's fine.
You can make a guest appearance.
Yeah,
great,
why not?
mate.
Yeah. These two, I don't know whether there's any team orders in Alcantech. Probably not, the way that these guys go at it usually. So this one's going to be on. He's even trying to intimidate his fellow racer. Right, what's going on here? Tony closing in. Lars, Eric, they've got loads of time behind them to Lars, Eric, Frydenlund, and Tony is absolutely crawling all over him now.
Tony had one of the perfect
Bloody hell.
lines here.
What a time to join that. Good God.
Yeah, Tony had one of the perfect lines going down the dipper. You saw that his car was gripping. He got into that dip to the right. He got into the dip to the left, and then had the momentum that kept him going. But entering for Forest elbow, you saw that he had to back off because Daniel Solo was braking ever slightly early than he was expecting, and that cost him on the exit there, which made him not be able to make a move, as we just see on the inside of his car.
So he's still with him though for now. And then the top two are within half a second of each other at the moment. When that gets as close as this, we'll switch across, if it does get as close as this again. And Eric and Michael are still like going at it, but this is the closest battle on track right now. You can't get much more close.
It's always great to find a teammate or another racer that is from your level, and basically you are at the same level, which is forcing you both to get
Up
to get
your
the
game
most
sort
out
of
of it.
thing. Yeah.
Up your game. That's the word I was looking for.
Here we go. As they climb the hill now. This is where Tony was so fast a minute ago. I'll jump on board with him again, and I'll keep my eyes on the other battles, because Michael and Eric and Brandon and Kenzie are still close, but not as close as this, although Tony's just dropped back quite a long way off Daniel compared to what he was.
It seemed that coming out of, I don't know which corner it is, but coming up the hill, you got a left hand and you got a right hand. On both, he had a lot of wheel spin.
Ah, okay. McPhillamy Park is the one at the top of the hill. I can't remember what the other two are called now.
Corner left and corner right.
Yeah, let's do that. Yep.
I remember that for whatever reason, I needed to do a lap guide on Detroit, and I never driven Detroit. And I was like, oh, you go right here. Oh, this is the left. Oh no, this is the right. And then you go left on this corner, and then you try to brake, and then you go to the other side, and then you go left again. Oh yeah, that seems like a good lap.
Oh, Tony! Oh, no! Get back on the track, on the tarmac. What happened there?
Tony did apologize.
Oh, right. So
No, he didn't.
no.
Wait, let me.
I'm gonna watch this. If I can get it to replay. Come on, SDK. Here we go. Oh Christ, can't see a thing. So, Tony, with a lot of overspeed, has gone down the inside. Ooh. I think that's more 50-50 Daniel Squeezy or something like that. Don't know what your thoughts are on that one. No other battles are as close.
No, sorry. I was listening to what the drivers were saying.
Oh.
So, Tony said, you can't drive on the grass. And then Daniel rightfully said, I don't know what I was doing. I'm
Whoa.
sorry. So,
Yeah, he squeezed
so
him. Properly squeezed him.
I understand why Tony was a little bit aggrieved for
Yeah.
this one.
Yeah.
But I also understand that Daniel instantly said, I don't know what I was doing. It was like, it felt like I was out of it, you know?
Yeah.
So I think that it was one of those things which happens after an hour and a half of intense racing.
Yeah, Tony's dropped right off him now. Maybe he has damage, not sure. He did hit the wall.
Like he had, I think he's probably fine. I could check his car.
Yeah, cool. Kenzie's still got the same amount of pressure from Brandon, and we are 3 minutes away from the end of the race. We're going to pick up the last lap at the end of this lap. Or are we already on the last lap? No, we can't be, can we?
No, we don't. We're not on that lap.
Yeah, we'll pick up white flag next time round. Now,
Tony's car.
whoa, Bob! That was a good catch, but wow. He's now honed in on the back of Stephen Phillips again.
Yeah. So I'm checking two screens. Yeah. You just mentioned the slide, which the almost a tank slapper he had.
Yeah, weird, isn't it? And obviously,
so looking at the times, this is probably they are probably gonna enter the last lap.
Yeah, that's what I was just saying. Yeah,
confirm that. So this lap, and then turn the camera to see Bob. Where's Bob? Is on the left, right?
Yeah. Oh, Bob Woodhouse is about to. Oh no, he's not. He's having
Barney,
to follow.
No Barney, so we're not on the last lap.
No? Oh, no. We'll pick it up at the end of this one. Yeah, that's right. Right, so closing back in again. That's what, 0.15 of a second, 0.1 of a second, nearly 0.9 of a second. Kenzie went defensive and just stayed on that left-hand line.
I have an amazing camera on it, so...
Right, and this is where it's going to get tasty.
Brandon going for a dive right there, and there was no room.
Nah.
He almost hit the rear of that corner. It's a bit like the F1 rule. Get to the apex first, and then you have the position. But he was backing out of it, which was the smart thing to do. Although I do think that by doing this in this specific corner, he gave up the win.
Do you reckon? He's got 2 minutes of lap to try and do that again, though.
Yes, but
So where are you doing the overtake then? Where's the overtake get done? In the chase?
Right here. If you get a proper outside line, you can go up side by side on this hill, and Kenzie and Brandon seem to be leaving the space for each other the whole time, even though they've been fighting for the whole race.
Now we got.
So I would just trust it.
Yeah, we got back marker ahead. Excuse me, back marker ahead. That's Josh.
Josh was probably going to be sensible and move out of the way.
Yeah, I thought he was doing them, but there's not many places to hide here.
Oh.
Now he's got no places to hide. Oh, apart from
yeah,
there.
he
That'll do.
tried his
That'll
best,
do.
but he still cost him for Kenzie. Kenzie did get affected by Josh there, although Josh did everything he could to get out of the way. Now it's all about how good are they going to get down Forest Elbow. It's Brandon. Oh, he's going to stick it on the inside. A late ditch attempt, and it's going to be murder. Murder on the Murray Oriental Express.
That was, yeah. And Brandon has let him go, obviously.
Yes, I think that it was a last-ditch attempt.
Yeah.
There's probably going to be some swear words there from Kenzie. But then again, when he saw that Brandon bailed out of it and let him go again, it could have been much worse. Let's call it.
It really could, yeah. There could have been 2 wrecked cars, and my bet on Eric would have been right up there.
I know Josh is like, well, I'm going to win the race, mate.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't overtake Josh there, but well.
And there we go.
And we have our winner, Kenzie Newnow, who almost got killed in the last lap of the race. But congratulations to him. They had a really good outing, both of them, Brandon Hawke and Kenzie Newnow. And in about 50 seconds of time, we see Michael Harley-Davidson coming over the line as well.
He was just overtaking his teammate. Like, literally just overtaking him, I think.
Oh, exit. No, good exit.
He did.
No,
oh!
No, he let off.
Who won? Who got it then? Michael. Michael got it.
Michael got it.
Yeah. But he'd only just passed him.
Yeah, but there was some team orders involved, I think.
Do you reckon?
He braked on the line. Yeah, he was braking on the line.
Oh, okay.
So I think it was about not being a clean overtake or something.
And that was a drag race to the line there for these two. Bob Woodhouse and Stephen Phillips. Stephen Phillips being the first of the BSTV Cup cars over the line. Jamie Wilson finds himself in a whole lot of free space, really. Well, he's only got 1.8 seconds to Vitt, who's about to follow him across the line.
The position Jamie got in, like in the beginning, we had the camera on him quite a while.
Yeah.
And then he went back to I'm Mr. Anonymous, and that is what he's good
Yeah,
at,
yeah.
in the most positive sense of the word.
Absolutely. Same for Gregorio Perez Sesma. So he had a quiet race after having a bit of a busy start to the race. Vincent Skilbeck was in lots of battles, mostly with Daniel Solo, and then Tony Klusterman over the line, possibly with damage because he lost a huge amount of time to Daniel in the last few laps.
I was looking at his car, I didn't see any damage.
Steering wheel looks alright. Not sure.
Maybe he just backed off.
Yeah, maybe so, yeah. It might be that he got somewhere near incident limits or something like that and didn't want to get involved again or something. You never know, do you? I can't see them, so. So that brings us to the end of a very dramatic endurance race here at Bathurst, folks. Let's run you through the finishing order, providing it has actually calculated it. It has. So, Kenzie Newhoff is your race winner for Hydro Race Racing Forces. And he won by not a lot in the end over Brandon Hawkin. We saw what happened there. For Movano Corsa. That will... Well, it'll cement Kenzie's lead for now. But I think that battle's going to go right to the end of the season. Michael Hafliderson was the bottom step of the podium for Alcantech NHR by Nyman Racing, ahead of his teammate by 0.3 of a second. Eric Blixt in 4th place for Alcantech NHR by Nyman Racing. Simon Trendle finished 5th for Team Chimera. And then the first of our BSTV Cup cars, Stephen Phillips for Dash Hound Racing in 6th overall. Then we had Bob Woodhouse cross the line for Never Quit Racing, who was 0.1 of a second behind Stephen, so that was a very close affair. Jamie Wilson finished 2nd in class for BSTV Cup, 8th on track for Team Chimera. And Vit Solomon followed him across the line, 2 seconds behind. Then we had Gregorio Perez Sesma in 10th place. Vincent Skilbeck finished in 11th for Skilby Racing. Daniel Solo was 12th for Alcantec and HR by Nyman Racing. Tony Klusterman was 13th in the end for Never Quit Racing. Lars Erik Freidenlund was 14th. Jeff Saunders was 15th for JC Academy. Richard Lawrence III was 16th. Antwood was 17th for Never Quit Racing, and Josh Taylor rounds out the field in 18th for JC Academy. Fantastic night's racing, in my opinion. Some real drama involved all the way through that field, and some good battles all the way through it. From start to finish, really wobbly. I mean, we didn't have much of a quiet time, and an hour and a half just disappeared pretty quick.
Yeah, there were battles all over the place, and I think the gist of it was that we saw battles all through the field. There were certain battles at the beginning, as I mentioned when Jamie came over the line, that we had the camera focused on Jamie for quite a while. And after that, we were talking about Jeff Saunders in the middle somewhere. He was doing his own thing, and at the end, suddenly all the three cars, Jeff Saunders and I forgot the names. Wait, give me a second.
Richard
Jeff
Lawrence.
Saunders, Richard Lawrence, and Lars Erik. They all came together and still had a nice fight. So I think it's great to see the fights being spread out through the field rather than just for the top positions.
Absolutely, absolutely. Yeah. I like the fact that with the BSTV Cup, everybody's got something to race for. The pro guys have their own championship to fight for as well. It'd be very interesting if we could ever get a BSTV Cup to win overall. But we'll see what the future brings, because you do get some people who are super fast like that. Interview room's quite full. Are you going to stick around for the interviews, or are you going to go and watch football?
Yeah.
Or
No, I mean, we had this whole discussion before we go into interviews. So I have this one argument that basically says I don't like Argentina.
Right. Who does?
So I really hate you guys in football. Honestly, I swear to God, I hate you guys so much, because the thing is with the rightful thing, stuff saying like it's coming home. No, it's not coming home. It belongs to everyone. No, besides that, my hate for you guys on the field, on the football field, is mega. But my hate for Argentina is bigger. So I'm only gonna watch the final. So hope they're gonna lose. But I'll be here. So let me switch Brandon Hawking in here as the second place. Brandon Hawking, welcome to the booth, mate. Congratulations on your second position in the endurance race.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, that was man, that was a really great battle there with Kenzie. And it was at first we thought it was going to be fuel saving, but I guess we went one less lap, and then so I was like, heck yeah, let's go. We can go full throttle all the way to the end, and man, that was tough. I felt like I was really good in there in the first run, and then Kenzie just got better and better as the race went on, and man, yeah, it was tough trying to catch him there after the second stop. It was man, that was tough. So yeah, and then coming down into I need to know need to learn my track names here. Forest Elbow. Yes,
Forest Elbow's the
Forest Elbow on the last lap. Yeah, I tried pulling a quick one on him there, but yeah, I just didn't quite work out, and I was just like, I don't want to win it that way, so I kind of tried to straighten him out, but man, that was tough. I didn't think I was going to be able to get him there going into the final section of corners there, and so I thought, you know what, this is my one chance, and man, that was I went for it, but wasn't quite able to make it. But yeah, congrats to Kenzie. He did a fantastic job all race, and man, what a battle! Like 90 minutes of just flat out like hard racing.
Don't you agree, VP? It's so much fun if somebody just tells the story about his race without you having to ask questions. I love that.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I want to know how many and which. Well, I don't know whether I want to know which, but I want to know how many swear words that came out of your helmet at Forest Elbow on that last lap.
I was kind of just silent, or like in my head too. I was just like, oh crap, like, because like we had a like a decent enough like if there was a group of cars behind us, yeah, it would have been like really bad. But since we had a bit of a gap, I was like, I just spun him, and then I'll just have to like wait for him to get back going again and try and like straighten him out while he's kind of sideways. But man, yeah, did not want that to happen, but I thought I'd give it a go because the risks were fairly low, I guess, or as low as they could be, making a move like that. But yeah, I'm yeah glad we both made it out of that, and yeah, we still ended up with a 1-2 there.
I want to make one comment. I've been watching How I Met Your Mother for all my life, basically, and this is the first time I actually heard a Canadian say "oat." Oat. That's a
What?
compliment, mate. Okay, when you oat there.
Oh.
No, I'm sorry. One last well, not by the way, we didn't really ask any questions, but one question we have, at least I have, is you were out in front for the whole first stint, and then you got pipped by Kenzie. What happened? Because like it seemed you both had similar times in the pit lane.
Yeah, I think I'm not sure if he just got a slightly better launch or if he was like just a little bit quicker on the fuel. But yeah, I think yeah, just we came out like around the same time, and then but yeah, he just had just a little bit of an edge there, and yeah, so I was yeah, hoping I could have kept the lead there, but yeah, it was it was really close, but yeah, he just edged me out there a little bit coming out of the pits.
Good to hear, man, that you had a really good race, very respectful at the end. Obviously, you went for the gap, for his elbow, and it didn't work out. But then again, respectful backing off, and then Kenzie get back into it. So amazing to see you guys fighting it out on the top spot. You both really did a good job. And the last time, I congratulate you on that second position. Is there anyone you want to give a shout out to or want to thank?
Well, yeah, for sure. Yeah, just like thank you guys at BSTV and everybody who puts this thing on. Happy birthday to Tony, by the way, um, and yeah, Kenzie for the fantastic race. Everybody, yeah, it was a really great race from everybody, and man, yeah, as always, and looking forward to the next one. Hopefully, we can hopefully like turn the tables a little bit.
I get you, mate. I mean, you've been really close in the championship the first two times. The third time, again, getting the short end off the stick, but your day will come.
Thanks, guys. Have a good one.
Have a good one, mate.
Cool. Right.
Welcome, Michael. Hardy Davidson
Hello.
to the booth. Howdy. So, I got one question, and this is a biggie. Why did Eric let you pass on the line?
He did not. No, I said coming into the chase, like, oh, let's just try to keep it clean. And then I almost turned him because he turned in right in front of me. And then I could just hold it around the outside. I think he was complaining about his rear tires being dead, so I think he was fairly cautious.
Fair enough, fair enough. So, looking at the race, you were being chased by Simon Trendle for quite a long time.
Yeah, the last few endurance races have obviously been fuel saving, and this one clearly wasn't. So I kind of caught off guard there. I was saving the entire first two stints, just hoping like Brandon and Kenzie wouldn't have enough for the end, but clearly they did. So yeah, just wrong strategy really. I think I could have at least like kept up-ish with them.
Yeah, because I was quite surprised to see that you and Eric were that far back. Usually you're at the top end of the field, and there's not much in it between Kenzie and you. And Simon was also, I think, felt like he was fuel saving. I think, but at the end, you and your teammate Eric, you had a blast of a fight the last 10 laps.
Yeah, we had really fun the last few laps. a little bit scary with traffic, like on the top of the mountain. I thought like, oh, that's my chance to try to get Eric, but then he made a mistake and I could catch back up, and yeah, it's fun to have someone to race with at least towards the end there. It's a really long race.
And if you have to point out one thing that happened in the race, is there a specific moment where you went like, hell yeah, brother?
No, I'm more of hell nah, brother. When we kind of realized that they're not gonna have to splash or mega fuel save towards the end, it's like come on. I've sat here for like 80 minutes fuel saving for no reason.
I feel you, mate. That's the worst. That you're on the
Yeah.
wrong one, and then you're like, I could have had fun, and now I've been just
Yeah.
lifting at the 200 sign, or lifting at the 250
I've
sign the
been
whole time.
clutching since like the first lap, man. It just like I see them fly away, and I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna catch you in the end, suckers. You're so dumb. And I'm sitting there 20 seconds off. I'm like, fuck me.
Actually, I give you one advice: clutching in iRacing doesn't work the same way as it does in real life. Do with that what you must, but that is my advice.
It's more a thing of you're not slowing down as fast in iRacing, what I've noticed, because like if you just lift your throttle, you still have the engine braking, which slows you down a lot. If you have the clutching, you can obviously roll for longer and not
Oh, fair enough.
lose the speed you have as fast.
Okay, so I made a comment about Brendan, that he was saying, like, Brendan's Canadian, and he said out as out, and that I found that funny. And you said throttle as throttle, and I love that. So I just wanted to mention that as well. Michael, really good race, mate. Is there anybody you want to say something to or want to thank?
Yeah, shout out to Solo and Blix for being two fun teammates racing with and just having fun with overall on track.
Good having you, Michael, and I hope you do as well as you did last time. This time, except without the fuel saving, and keep pressing the throttle. Okay, so
That's it. I'm leaving the league. Alkitek is banning the league.
No, it's up to you, mate.
All right, okay, cool. I don't think I can beat those interviews.
Throttle?
Uh,
I'm messing with you.
Welcome to the racist broadcast, folks. Right, I'm going to grab Stephen Phillips and bring our BSTV Cup winner into the booth. Good evening, Stephen Phillips.
Hello, everybody.
Hello. You owe me at least, well, maybe 2 positions, I think, because halfway through I realised that you didn't have your dash-down racing paint on, so then I sorted it all out. And then you started overtaking cars from that point, so I'll take the payment in used £5 notes, non-sequential, left in the usual place.
You can add it to the tab for
Yeah.
importing the trophy from last season.
Oh, don't talk to me about trophies. So I've sent them. I've had Kenzie's returned twice. He doesn't know that yet. He knows it's been returned once because
he might now.
he does now. I forgot to write his house number on the first one. Then I sent his pit stop cup and his V8 winners trophy, and they arrived back at my door yesterday. And as far as I know,
me, I send them from here.
well, yeah, I mean, it might turn out to that. I don't know what's going on with it. I've got to find out. And then Andrea Stefanina's, the Italian postal service, has lost his. So it's just a disaster at the minute.
You're kidding.
No, and
Wow.
he had the tracking number. He's contacted them himself, and they've said, well, I'm going to have to claim for it now at this end because they've lost it.
No.
It's a joke, honestly. But yours is somewhere between me and you right now.
Okay.
It's in the ether. It'll probably turn up maybe when you've won the overall championship in 3 years' time.
It'll be back at your door in a week.
Probably, yeah. Trump's taxes and tariffs will have bounced it straight off.
It's the British Postal Services. What do you expect?
What do you mean? Ours is elite. Ours is elite.
What are you on about?
What?
They're not throttle.
That's always going to make me laugh. Can you sound grab that? Can you clip it? And we'll have that as a button.
Yeah, probably I can.
Yeah, that'd be cool. But talk to me about your race, because it was a bit of a yo-yo race at the start, and then you kind of settled it all out, but you kind of had company the entire race. People wouldn't leave you alone.
Yeah, it was a bit of a weird one. I completely forgot that we had an extra fuel to work with
Mm.
for these enduros. So I just started with the regular normal amount of fuel, and was wondering why I was the only one stopping when I did, and then and then it clicked. It's like, oh, I took 19 gallons at the stop. I
Yeah.
fucked up. Pardon my language. But yeah, starting an endurance race with a fuel debt is
Not
at the very beginning is not how you want to start an
no, not
endurance race.
optimal, is it? No.
It's not. So
I did tell everybody.
unfor-
I did tell everyone. I posted
I
it.
and you did. That's why I'm a bit sore with myself. But we made it work.
Mm.
I was able to come up with about 3/4 of a lap to work with at the end. But I was sweating because depending on Brandon,
Cross
wherever
the
Brandon
line.
was,
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
it was really dependent on wherever he was, whether I was going to make it or not.
Well, in the end,
A small pile-up.
what's your idea of a big pile?
Big gas.
That was funny. But no, in the end, it's worked out really well for you. I mean, top of the BSTV Cup again. That's only going to do your championship points good again. So it's looking very healthy for the defence of your BSTV Cup title, actually.
Yeah, we'll see. I'm not quite sure if I'll be able to do the full season again. I've already missed one race.
Yep.
But I'll try to do as much as I can. Obviously, I love being here. I love racing with everybody. So and I haven't done a race since Adelaide
Oh,
at
wow.
all.
Right.
So I was a little worried about where I was going to be pace wise, but it was really nice to kind of pick up where I left off.
Yeah, it's a bit lazy, if I have to say, but no mind. So
Priorities.
priorities, yeah. Right. So let's have a look at where the standings are right now. So where are you? Where are you? Am I looking at the wrong standings? Have I put you in pro in the standings? I have, haven't I? Yeah, I put you in pro in the standings like a goon. Even though you're
Whoop.
supposed to still be in BSTV because you didn't say you wanted to move up. So 200.
Nobody asked me if I wanted to.
You are?
No one asked me if I wanted to. Frankly, I think Cup is probably where I belong.
Yeah, okay. So you would be in 9th when I change that in a minute. And Vitz Solomon is top of the pile right now. But if we take into account, if we take into account the drop scores, which we need to from this point on, because we're halfway through this season, you are, is that 8 points behind? Oh, I've just pressed the wrong button like a knob. 206 versus 228. So you are, what's that, 22 points? Yeah, 22 points behind. So that's
All right.
absolutely
How are we halfway
doable.
through already? I thought I
Because
just started.
6 weeks, and this is week 3.
Oh, have I missed 2 events already?
No, you missed 1.
Only 1. Okay.
Because you did Adelaide. Did you do Adelaide? Oh, I don't
He
know
did.
anymore.
He did.
The-
He
the-
just told you
no.
he did.
Long Beach.
The finale. I didn't do Long Beach.
Oh, no, hang on. We're on week 2.
Wait,
Okay.
why did you say week 3 then?
I don't know.
I've been yabbing about week 3.
I know
the
you
whole
have.
thing.
That's because I told you that. It's round 3. I'm just stupid.
It is what the graphic said.
Yeah, don't forget how stupid I am. You're not taking into account wobbly. You're not taking into account the Pete stupidity complex. If you bring that into the algorithm, then it all makes sense.
This is why we pay you guys the big bucks.
Absolutely, absolutely. This is what you pay for. This quality right here.
now my whole intro, like everybody's gonna listen to that intro. It's like, oh, week 3, and we've already had 2 races, and then I next time I add Pete as a knob and he can't count.
Yeah, why not? Well, technically you were right because there were 2 races at Long Beach. See what I did there? Bailed us out right out of it. Nobody will notice. No one will notice this. But anyway,
yeah, I think it's Canada. Crickets. I think it's Canada. I'm gonna miss again.
Okay.
So I've got my work cut out for me to defend this. But we'll see.
Wait, let me do this. Let me do this one.
Go on.
Gonna be odd.
Oh dear, the Canadians, and is that a Canadian thing? It was, wasn't it?
It was
Cool. What is that one? What have you clipped?
throttle. Sorry.
Sorry, nobody else can hear that, but I can. That was
Oh,
funny.
that's something.
Right, okay. What was I going to say next? I don't even know. Oran Park is the next race in 2 weeks' time.
Oh,
Are you with
amazing.
us for that?
Oh, I love Oran Park. It's one of my favorites. So if I can do well at Oran Park, the Sandown's another favorite. Watkins is fine. I'm definitely missing Canada. So if I can go well at Oran and Sandown and do just fine at Watkins, then I think we should be sorted.
Yeah, excellent.
Oran is an amazing track
It's
because
brilliant.
It's so
so
good.
small, tight, and twisty. It's gonna be like you're playing Mario Kart. It's gonna be amazing.
The turn 1 and 2 complex is probably one of my favorite corners on the service.
Yeah,
Ah,
going
okay.
through Yokohama Bridge with the V8 is gonna be a blast as well.
Isn't that Suzuka?
No.
Oh. Okay. Anyway, anybody you want to shout out to before we let you go, Stephen?
I just want to thank you guys for putting this on for us, letting us do this year in and year out, and giving us a venue to race our favorite cars. Happy birthday to Tony. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're having a good day.
101
And
we made up earlier. It's 101.
Apparently it's 71st.
71,
Well,
yeah.
you got one
Sorry,
of those
71.
numbers right.
Yeah, I think he can still beat me to death even at 71, so I better watch what I say. But
Yeah, let's see
A
who else.
child could beat you to death. So
as I said on the chat, I've already informed the Canadian Fire Service that the candles on his cake are getting lit, so they can surround his house just in case, you know.
Yeah.
Might go up in flames. But any other shout outs other than to Old Man Kloosterman?
Just all the regulars that are giving us people to race against. Thank you to Rob Woodhouse for always being respectful and fun to race with. Yeah.
And you had a new
my only
human
experience.
today. New human.
Listen to me, Pete. The
What?
only like I did Sebring years back in the V8. I was doing quite well. I got killed by Rob Woodhouse. He never said sorry.
He never said sorry.
Wobbly's
Awesome.
held
I
that
still
grudge
hold
ever
a grudge.
All the
Fuck you, Rob.
grudges.
Sorry.
and I saw some new names today as well, so I hope you guys stick with it. It's always nice to see new people. So hang around. It's super rewarding once you get the hang of it. We'd love to have you back.
Very well said, and we look forward to seeing you at Oran Park for a super sprint round, 3 races. I'll try and count by the time we get to that one. I'll go and do like primary school again.
1, 2, 3.
That's as far as I need to go for today. Anything beyond that's just too much for me right now. You know, I just can't cope with the stress. But very much looking forward to seeing what you can do with those dash hounds this time in a fortnight's time at Oran Park. Stephen Phillips, everybody.
Cheers, guys.
Right. Shall I do Vit and you do... No, you do Vit and I'll do Vincent, shall we?
Welcome, Pete, to the 8th interview of the evening. Pete, is that number correct?
Yeah.
Welcome Pete, to the booth, mate.
Good evening.
Good evening. How was your how intense was tonight for you?
It was very intense, especially the first stint, trying to catch up to Jamie. Every time I managed to find 2 tenths or 3 tenths, he also found the same amount of time. And I think for 3 laps, we ran like in the same hundreds.
Yeah, because it looked like you been caught up in action the whole night. But I could be recall. I think I'm not recalling this correctly. But you didn't crash in the pit, right? It was Daniel, right?
No, I definitely didn't crash into pit and spun and had to reverse
Reverse.
and
Oh,
failed
okay.
J-turn.
No. Because we definitely did not search for that moment.
Or replay it slowly.
Yeah, thanks.
I have to say though, in terms of thinking quickly, reversing was the right thing to do, absolutely. And I think a lot of people would have tried to turn the car around and things like that. But your quick thinking kicked in, and you were just like, well, I've already broken the car at one end. I can reverse it into the wall and get turned a bit quicker. So I'm going to get a fast repair anyway.
Yeah, that was my thinking. Just don't worry about any other damage. I still have free repair.
Mm.
It's, looking at one of those things, because I often forget to click down the quick repair or the fast repair or whatever. Like, do you deliberately turn it off? Because especially on Bathurst, when you scrape a wall, you sometimes have damage without even realizing it.
In my ini files, I have it set to off by default, so I need to remember to turn it on when I need it.
Fair enough. So, good reminder for everyone.
Mm.
Change it in your ini files. And don't get me wrong, I'm just too lazy to turn it off. That's the only reason I never did it. But in general, Fit, it seemed you had pace tonight. Besides the small incident, which we definitely didn't replay and we didn't do in a slow-mo on the pit entry. Are you gonna be able to put down these kind of these kinds of I don't want to say results, Pete, help me out here. Performances. That's
performances,
the word I was
yeah.
looking for. Performances down on Oran Park, the next race.
I would like to, but Oran Park doesn't suit my racing style, especially the first sector where there's a lot of slow turns and accelerations, and that's not what I like.
What is your racing style? Because you say it's not my racing style.
I prefer to keep speed through the corners.
So you like the quick corners?
Yeah.
Oh, well, fair enough. I mean, Pete likes slow corners and quick corners, but it doesn't matter to him. He always loses time.
Thanks for that. Brilliant.
Fuck you. So, Fit, memorable moment for tonight. What was your best overtake or your best lap, or was there something that stood out for you?
Pit lane entry.
The first pit lane entry. I caught up like half a second, maybe more, to Simon.
Fair enough. Fair
yeah.
enough.
Cool.
Yeah, and I got one question on the side of the car that says, because Pete mentioned it's not like a band, but it's Nemophilia. What is that? Is that your
Nemophila.
band?
Yeah, that's Nemophila. It's a Japanese metal band, power metal inspired by American styles, and they are really good. And they are a current band that you can find out. And if you live in US, they are also on the tour right now there.
You've had that on the car before, though, haven't you? Because I've downloaded that previously.
Yeah, it's possible.
Yeah, cool. I thought I was going mad, but okay. That's cool. Sorry, over to you, Wobbly.
So, Fit, congratulations on your result. Despite the fact that you did have a small encounter on the pit entry, you still managed to get back up to pace, which we applaud you for that. Wait a second.
Oh, excellent. Yeah.
Thank you.
Is there anyone you want to thank, want to give a shout out to, or want to say a special word to?
Happy birthday to Tony. It's great to see him back at the pace and fighting at the front. And it's pity that he messed up the pit lane entry today as well and got a speeding penalty.
Yeah, it's really good to see that Tony is still on his 120th birthday, is still here and out and racing. Thanks, Fit, for turning up, and we hope to see. Although it doesn't suit your racing style, maybe you'll surprise yourself because Oran Park is amazing to drive.
Yeah. Okay. See you.
See you, mate.
Cool. I'll go and grab Vincent.
Already did.
Oh, you've already done it. What do I do now? I've grabbed him. I'll just drop him back in the same room.
I don't know. What happens?
I've never done
I
that
think
before.
about
That's
building a
weird.
statue for Vosberg right now if that had gone through.
Yeah. That was one of the funniest races, by the way, with Taurus Vosberg when he tried to go between two other cars at Silverstone. Nearly died that day when Jay said that. Anyway, welcome to the booth, Vincent Skillback.
Why, hello there.
Hello. Brilliant.
Well,
That was a race filled with drama. You seem to be in battles all evening. It must have been very, very exciting. And you also don't like all the panels on your car still, so that was always fun.
yeah, glad you guys saw it that way, because for me, I found it was very boring
Oh, did
until the
you?
last until the last 40 minutes. Yeah,
Oh,
I
okay.
kind of stuffed myself up 3 or 4 laps into the race by just getting up behind Jamie at Forest Elbow, and
Yeah.
I don't know if it was me just carrying too much speed or Jamie was really slow. It just caught me out. I locked the car up and
Went
hit the
into
wall.
into the right-hand wall though. That's not normal, or don't
Yeah,
normally
and
see that.
then I carried damage that was costing me about 1 to 1.2 seconds a lap
Whoa.
for the rest of the stint. And the car was really understeery, so I was losing more time through corners and stuff. But yeah, and then I did the pit stop and then tweaked the car again, coming up to the cutting just after the pit stop,
Oh
which
wow.
which I was not very happy about but the car still felt fine. But it still felt understeery. I don't know why.
Okay.
And then yeah, when we had that final pit stop, um, yeah, the car was good again, and I was chasing down, I think it was Vit and one of the new guys, Greg, I think.
Gregorio, yeah.
Yeah, I was chasing down him, and then I had a fight with Daniel, which was hard and
That was
fair.
brutal, that fight with Daniel Solo. Yeah.
But yeah, I knew exactly where he was able to overtake me, and I was like, no, I'll just defend for my life because I'm not going to let you go this time.
Yeah, there was good defending though. It was
And
fair. It was fair.
yeah, up a turn two, we had a bit of contact. He just
Yep.
turned down on me, but that that was all. And then I drove away after that contact, and then almost got back up to P10. Just
hmm
not enough time.
No, but from our perspective, lots and lots of drama. You're probably right. The middle bit was maybe quiet, and I'm remembering the beginning up until a point, and then the end from a point up to the end of the race. So, but it's been another drama race. Where are you in the standings? Any idea?
I think last time I checked, I was P3. I think.
You were P3. You are still P3 after tonight as well.
Oh, good.
317 points. Only 50 behind Jamie, and 77 behind Vit. If we look to the right, you are still in third place after all the points are balanced off. So yeah, it's a strong start to the season. This is the second race week. I've already made that goon once. And Wobbly believed me as well, even though it was obviously me lying, just to see if he was paying attention.
Love
That's
it.
class. But yes, it's a very strong start to the season for you. So hopefully that trophy can make its way from somewhere in America. We're not sure whether it's New York or Texas. Just don't know. We think it's New York. And all the way to the southern hemisphere, and you can get your hands on some of my wood finally, because that's what everybody wants.
Yay!
I like that. Yeah.
Well, I've got a bit of paper from you, so now I just need wood.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Yeah, I hope that's framed somewhere.
It is.
Oh, excellent. That's good. There's a few people framed those certificates over the years. It's very nice that people do that. We go to Oran Park next, back into your back door, as it were.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. It's a tight and twisty track, nothing like this, and certainly nothing like Watkins that follows it. And you're going to super sprint around there for 3 races. You must be looking forward to that, right?
In
Oh,
some ways I am. I have not raced there in quite a long time.
okay.
I haven't even done laps with the new update, so it'd be good to do some laps around there. See how they've updated it.
hmm
And yeah, see if I can get a setup that's actually working. I think I've done enough done enough setup work with my AI that kind of nailed down my driving style, and now it's just completely suiting the car.
Okay, that's good. That's good.
Now, doing testing this week, the setup that I was running tonight made the car feel like the previous gen car for me, so that's a big step forward.
No,
So
that's very
it's
good.
making me a bit more confident with this car. So it's good.
Yeah, I remember us talking recently, and you said you were struggling with this generation of car for a while. So if you've got something that feels better now, that's a big step forward, like you say. Yeah, happy that you found that. Really happy. Anybody you want to shout out to before we let you go?
Yeah, everyone that turned up tonight and all future hopefuls that want to sign up. It's good fun. You guys for the broadcast and just a happy birthday to Tony.
Yeah, well said. We believe that you can see his cake from space once the candles are lit. Just saying. Not sure why that is.
I believe that.
It's about. I think it's something to do with the 130 candles that are on it, isn't it, Wobbly? I think
No, he's
Wobbly's
gone.
gone. Wobbly's gone to sleep. Never mind.
I already counted 200.
200. Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Right. We were wrong with the first 4 estimates. Then that's fine. In that case, we look forward to seeing you this time in a fortnight's time at Oran Park. The mighty Vincent Skillback, everybody.
Yeah, catch you guys next round at Oran Park.
Awesome stuff. So, Brandon Hawkin and Kenzie thrashing it out again. Kenzie was the one that came out on top tonight. We do have one of the most coveted prizes to determine, which is who
Can be the
is.
most racist. Oh, sorry.
Well, that's clearly you. This has been the sweariest of broadcasts I've done for quite a long time. It's been pretty good.
I mean, we've met several times in real life. You know my vocabulary. Sorry.
Yes, and mine isn't much different. I'm surprised I managed to contain it on the broadcast, if I'm being honest. But we've got to decide who the drivers of the meeting are. Now, I've got a few, and some of mine are a bit odd. So, Tony was really fast, and I'd like to, give him driver of the meeting because he's got 200 candles on his cake, and he got a slowdown. Sorry, he got a pit lane penalty, which did for him. I like what the new boy Gregorio Perez Sesma did. He kept a kind of quiet race, and like you said before, sometimes that's the best way to be. I thought that Stephen Phillips had a solid race. He had a few little mistakes along the route, but he's won BSTV Cup for this one. I really don't know where I'm going with my vote. I honestly am struggling to figure somebody out that stands out from the crowd. Kind of like the tenacity of Josh Taylor, even though he was in the pits a few times, he kept coming back out. He's still trying, and I think the trying is part of the battle with this car. It's the only way you're going to get good at it. I'm a bit out on a ledge here. I'm going to go with new boy Gregorio because he may have had a quiet race, but he has clearly demonstrated that he's got the safety, the skill, the good racing spirit that it takes to race in this league. So my vote tonight is going to go to Gregorio. What about yourself?
Yeah. So after that major monologue you just held,
Yeah, shush.
and putting your thoughts out there without ill thinking.
Obviously, that's what I do every race.
No, I look at it like this way. I sometimes there's someone in the mid pack that's just exceeding their own skill. There's sometimes people at the end of the field that are exceeding their skill, but I feel like they all performed within their capabilities,
Mm.
within the range of their talents and their skill. So, because of that, I'm kind of leaning more towards the front of the pack, and it has nothing to do with people not performing well in the mid pack or at the back of the field. Again, as I mentioned before, we saw a great battle at the end between Jeff, Eric, and Lawrence,
Mhm.
Richard Lawrence. But because I feel like they performed how we expected them to perform, I'll kind of lean more towards people that are at the front of the grid. So I kind of want to just give my vote to Kenzie because he definitely he was behind Brandon in the first stint, and they were going so quickly, so fast, and so furious that Ludacris actually made a song about this. Too fast, too furious. But anyway, they were threading the needle the whole race. They were so close to the walls the whole race that one pit stop where he made that slight move, he was just ever so slightly quicker, changed the whole race. And I wanted to give it to Brandon. I'll be honest. I was on the Brandon train, and I would have given it to Brandon until he tried to kill. No, I was kidding. Until he turned Kenzie and Forrest Elbow. And I think that is the main reason I'm going for Kenzie, because until that moment my vote was bound to Brandon.
Mm-hmm.
But that was a slight mistake, and Kenzie didn't make a mistake, so my vote is for Kenzie.
Awesome. Okay. Very logically put together, and your description of your reasons was longer than mine. So no, I think is the phrase that I'm coming up with.
I can guarantee you that yours was longer.
Yeah, I don't think it was.
Be happy. This is the first time yours is longer.
Hey, so what you did there, that was good. Wholly inaccurate, but never mind. In that case, we look forward to Oran Park this time in a fortnight. We go to Road America with the TCRs this Wednesday. Are you racing? This Wednesday?
No, I told you this before,
Did
and
you?
you already mentioned it. You even mentioned it on the broadcast because I'm on a holiday, and I told you.
Oh
that I
yeah,
was
that's right.
practicing
Yeah,
for like an hour and a half. And the day after that, I realized that I wasn't even gonna be able to do the race.
Yeah, that's cool. Anyway, so yeah, we won't see Wobbly there, so it could be good. Why was there a duck? Where did the duck come from? Oh, okay. Does the duck do any other words? Classic. We will look forward to Road America with the TCRs. It's a sprint feature round. It's not an endurance round. Often we do endurance rounds at Road America, so we've mixed that up a little bit. It should be a nice, exciting race. And like I say, you've got a fortnight to wait until Oran Park. Bring this broadcast to a close now. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for racing if you did. Thanks to all the new guys that are signing up. This is very, very healthy for our league. We're trying to bolster the strength of field on a Thursday and a Friday, and it seems to be working, and it's attracting people, so that's great. Thanks everybody. Thanks to Wobbly for joining me in the booth. Very much appreciated. It's been hilarious as always. And stay safe, everybody. Hand you over to Wobbly for his goodbyes. Night.
Yeah, have a good night, everyone, and it's been great to be back and to commentate and broadcast on the V8s, because it's been lovely. It's been a great race, and in 2 weeks' time we're gonna.
Please wait, mate. We're racing.